across America. We start our journey well into the midnight hour of our friends in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Join us as we follow midnight across the continent. From Quebec to Cancun, Rochester to Raleigh, it's midnight in the Eastern Time Zone.
Hello, I'm Mallory Jane,
And I'm Craig Klein.
and this is Five on It Live.
So I think that this is my fault. I was, dancing around and
You what?
doing things that I shouldn't have done. So anyways, it's my fault. It's such a pleasure to be here again. Number 3.
Classic Craig, fucking shit up. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. But I'm very happy to be here. It's
Me
number
too.
3
Mhm.
and I think we've got a really good show. Yet again, a lot of silly videos and fun videos that we picked out of the internet. Um right?
Yep, off of the internet. Yeah, out of the internet. Yeah.
Out of the internet. I'm here in Los Angeles, California. Mallory, where you at?
I am also here in Los Angeles, California.
Still.
Still,
Yeah.
I don't know, just gonna stick around until I feel ready to go back to Vancouver, and I'm not there yet. So,
Yeah. How you been?
uh, crying all day.
Hmm.
All day. All day. Um, to, catch those up who may not have heard last week, or if you're new, welcome. My dad died last week. It's been a real wild ride. Uh, And today, I wasn't even sure I was gonna be able to do the show because I woke
Mm.
up like heaved over crying.
Is there anything in
That's
particular
where
that?
I'm at. Where's your head at, Craig?
Yeah, where's my head at? Well, my head has been with you in a way, but also, I've had over the past weeks, God, this is week 3 of our show, which
Yeah,
means that we've been kind of on the run for like 4 weeks or something like that. So it,
on the run. Yeah,
yeah, that's the way I like to think
I
of it.
like it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and it feels very much like my whole life has changed.
dude,
Uh,
tell me about
and
it.
that's well, I in different ways, but like, um, yeah, like I'm everything has become easier to me now. I feel like I know myself better. And isn't it? Didn't we start this trip between the two of us as like this idea to kind of reset our creative selves?
Yeah, that was exactly the intention. Yeah.
And our goal was to like be like feel comfortable. And I don't know about you. I mean, I kind of do actually.
You kind of do know about
You
me,
know?
but yeah.
Yeah. Right now. But um it's worked. It's worked. Everything has changed. Everything has changed.
Everything has changed. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even before my dad died, everything had changed. And
Yeah.
that is actually no small part of this whole journey. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
How crazy.
How crazy.
How
I'm
crazy.
happy to be here with you.
I'm really happy to
I
be
was a
here with
little nervous to not be in the same room as you, but
baby steps.
I don't know. We first met and got to know each other online. So there's a certain
Mhm.
comfort being back,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
looking at you through
yeah,
a
yeah,
screen.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, where
Like
where
this is
you
familiar.
are an allotment of pixels. That I'm very comfortable with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, we want to know where your head is at. Chris, can you put up that phone number that we were requesting them to dial in to talk to us all throughout the
So we
night?
can point at it.
Yeah, there it is. Let's point at it. Yeah,
917
917 694
694
3755.
3755.
Yeah, that's our phone number. What we're asking for you to do is to call in. Call in right now. Get on the line with Chris. Chris is going to throw you on the line over to us. And then we're going to talk about whatever the fuck you want.
We're gonna
Uh
yap a bit.
yeah, we're going to yap. We're going to yap with you as, if it's interesting, we'll go all the way. I mean, right? Right?
Well, speak for yourself.
Okay. Oh, I
We'll
see.
take it,
Now
or we'll
that's
like take it slow.
okay. I hope you guys are loving this at home. Um, while we're setting the phone lines, why don't we? I don't know. I love these videos that we're curating, and this one in particular. This is this artist that I have loved for quite some time, formerly known as Funny Goat, and I'll let the videos speak for themselves. But really, find this person's page, give them some likes, throw them some love because this is a real art hero of mine. Chris, can you roll that video?
I'm dancing with 7 bells, watching the pick up my star. See how the black moon fades, soon I can give you my heart.
Now, if that doesn't put a smile on your face, I don't know what will. Um, Mallory, what do you think?
Pure joy.
Pure joy,
Just pure joy.
right?
Also, that Sinead O'Connor song,
Yes,
like,
iconic.
she makes some bops too.
I used to DJ, and I'd throw that track on when I was DJing, and often people would come up to me and they'd be like, "Who is that?" And I'd be like, "That was Sinead O'Connor, man.
And they're
She
like, "No."
destroys." Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sinead O'Connor is the best. Line of the Cobra is the best. Obviously, we don't want to, step on Sinead. And also, a lot of cold feet out there. And I don't blame you. You don't know us yet. Maybe you don't know us yet. Maybe
Maybe.
you're a little nervous because you thought somebody else would take the lead. No,
That's
it's
fair.
on you. It's on you, listener. You take the lead. Call us now, 917-694-3755. Why? Because the show doesn't work if you don't. That's the whole point. You call in, we listen, and then we chat about it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How
um,
did you I wanna know, how did you find that, what's the name of the person who made that
formerly
video?
known as Funny Goat is what
Okay.
is if I'm getting it wrong. Um, I was really into the Cocteau Twins,
Mhm.
and I was looking for Cocteau Twins videos, and then I saw a video that she like a homemade video that she made of lip syncing, and I just thought like, first of all, great taste in music,
Yeah.
and then it was like it's like it's like a capture photo of childhood. You know what I mean? I mean, literally, but like more of the essence of it, like bliss, like absolute recklessness, like running, playing with your friends. I know what the sun feels like on a day like that when you're outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do, and it's funny 'cause you're bringing it, like, childhood into it, because my childhood, I didn't have a lot of those moments, but as an adult, and especially, like, watching that, it makes me want to capture that essence as much as possible as an adult, you know? And I feel like I do. I feel like I like doing that as an adult. I love running, I love skipping, I love going on swings.
Yeah, skipping is really fun.
Skipping is really fun.
And it's honestly, it seems like a pretty effective way to get it in places. Like,
Right?
like
It's
it's not
fast.
quite running.
Yeah.
I wonder what there if okay, if there's any skip like professional skippers,
The connoisseurs of skipping.
competitive skipping, if there's anybody that knows anything about competitive skipping, I want you to call.
Is
Okay.
that a
Well,
thing?
don't call in now because it looks like we've got a call on the line. I'm going to let Chris jam with him for a little bit, but if you've got a story about competitive skipping specifically, right?
Well, yes, well,
Great.
it's funny because there's 2 different kinds of skipping. So there's
Okay.
the running, playful kind, and then there's
Mhm.
jump rope. I
Mhm.
was in grade 5 on, the jump rope team at my my elementary school
Wait a second, Mallory.
skipping club.
Why
Yeah.
didn't I not know this about you?
I haven't thought about it in a very long time. But yeah, we, like, would do routines together, and yeah, it was grand old time. So,
Do you remember the
both kinds of
choreography?
skipping. Ooh,
You
no, I
think it
don't
would
think
come
so.
back like
I
muscle
think so,
memory if
if
I
yeah, it might. It's been a long time since I've jumped rope,
Okay,
but
can we make a promise to the listeners? I'm gonna make a promise to the
okay,
listeners.
I'm like, well, you gotta
I'm gonna make a promise to the listeners. All right, listeners. We just found out that our host and fearless leader, Mallory Jane, was once a competitive skip roper. So if we
What's
can
going
get
on?
1,000 follows on our YouTube page, yeah, 1,000 subscribers to our YouTube page, we will produce a choreo, and I'll participate too.
Oh,
Okay,
great
you
idea.
will write the choreography. I
Great,
will be on my screen. You will be on
great.
your screen.
Yes.
Um, And you know what? It sounds like I'm just yanking your guys' chain for likes or subscribes or something
No,
like
well,
that. Honestly, I just really want to learn skip rope choreography.
and like we will follow through.
Oh, I
I
will
trust you
follow
to
through.
follow through. I trust me to follow through. We'll follow through.
We'll follow through.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our deal. All right.
Okay.
I think
Great.
that we've got a call on the line,
Let's get
Chris.
to the call. Hello, caller.
Oh,
Oh,
hell
our
yeah,
buddy
Rick. What's up?
Rick.
What's up, Rick?
Oh, nothing much. I'm actually riding out to a show tonight. I'm on my bike tonight.
Oh, nice.
Are you currently on your bike?
Oh yeah. Kinda
Wait, when
cruising
you when you
inside
say
too.
bike, do you mean bike or motorcycle?
Bicycle, the cool ones.
Cool. Cool. Wait, 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 wait. How little? How little is that bicycle, Rick?
It's a little fixed here. It's not
Okay.
it's built for me. I'm kind of a big fella.
I was thinking about a bicycle like the Shriners ride in the parades.
Like a mini one.
Yeah. Does anybody even know what a fucking Shriner is anymore?
That's a good
Well, the guys
question.
with funny hats, right?
They got
Sure.
the funny hats. Yeah, the Masons.
Yeah.
The ones that take care of the kids.
Yeah. They take care of the kids and they throw the circuses.
The Shriners take care of the kids.
Yeah, children's hospitals.
Charities.
Oh,
That's what they do.
okay. Okay.
God bless the Masons.
So Rick, what you calling in for?
Not so much. Just figured I'd check in, see how you guys are doing, and
I
get
appreciate
the
it.
topic
It's really
of the,
nice.
how you guys doing? How's Mallory? How's Craig tonight?
Mm.
Well, right now, I'm happy to be here. Like on a micro and a macro level. Like happy to be alive. Happy to be here with you all. I know I keep talking about this like I don't people are going to stop believing me when I say I've been crying all the time given I have not cried on air yet. Don't know if it's going to happen tonight, but
Well, I believe you.
right now, okay, thank you. Right now, I'm happy to be in control of the crying a little bit because I really couldn't today. It was wild. It was really wild. Rick, have you ever cried uncontrollably?
I feel like everybody has. It's kind of hard for a big burly man to admit it, but yeah, I've definitely done it. Definitely been sad enough to like weep.
In public?
No, not in public.
I used to
But,
see
I feel like
when I was taking the train when I was living in Berlin, I used to often I would see people commuting and they would be crying on the train. And I thought it was so
I'm
beautiful.
I miss
I
crying on the train so much. I miss New York. I miss New York specifically because the subway was such a beautiful place
such
to
a good
cry.
it's such a good place to
Place to cry.
cry. Why is it so cool to cry? Have you ever cried on a train?
no, I can't say that I have.
You should really try it.
Mm.
Highly recommend it to everybody. There's something. It's such this like middle ground place, especially in New York. Like riding the subway, you can find somebody at like any point of their day. There's always like a drunk person. There's always somebody just starting their day. There's somebody just finishing work. And it's just like a mess of humanity. And I think that's why I felt so comfortable just crying freely. And I got some strangers, who supported me probably better than some of my friends could when I would cry on the train. And sometimes it's easier to accept support from strangers.
Yeah, it seems like it's non-judgmental.
Yeah, Rick. Yeah, that's totally right. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
I'll have to
that's
hop on
true.
the L train this week and
Hey,
watch Fox in the Hound or something.
hey, Rick. Well, you know what? I think we've got some of your art lined up. So I don't know. I'm gonna vamp here for a second. If Chris can
Sure.
get that lined up for us, maybe. Yeah. Obviously, I'm gonna vamp here. And wait, I forget. I'm having a conversation to somebody that nobody knows. These are the ghosts in my head, everybody, and I'm not a professional yet. Um, so, Rick, you're in Chicago, right?
Right?
And you sent us a video and some music, and you both created the video and the music. Am I right?
Yep.
Can you tell us anything about it?
Oh, certainly. So, I used to play in like a lot of like punk bands and like garage rock and shit. And like when I moved up to Chicago, I had to kind of leave all that behind. You know, all the bands were back home down in Georgia. And I dropped the button. Yeah, no, this
No,
was,
pick up the button. Pick up the button.
Oh yeah.
Do you got the button?
But yeah, no, this is I got it.
Yeah,
So
okay, good.
this track is on this track was on like I guess like my COVID project. We're all like stuck in the house.
A COVID project.
COVID project.
I used to run a little back home we used to run like a little DIY studio, and if I saw like a punk band or something I liked, and I knew they needed like an EP or something, I'd be like, hey man, just come over, bring a case of beer and I'll record your ass all day and mix it down later. And it's kind of the one thing I'm still like still haven't got back into since moving like 800 miles away. So kind of where like in my like living room, like where I play poker from, just off camera, there's like a mixer board and I have a bunch of guitars and shit, and like this album, I called it like Streams of Unconsciousness. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna kind of wake up, every week, every day, and just like, just kind of make a song from scratch, and like, with no real like, hey, I'm gonna do this then and this that and that, here, and so kind of just like let it flow, and I'm actually like really proud of it. So the track that you guys are gonna play off the video is like the first thing that came up with that, and just like I pretty much just started with the keyboard drone and like kind of let it go from there. And the clip is from Lake Michigan, so I kind of went out on a morning walk and just kind of recorded the lake. I think it was pretty kind of like nice and serene. Kind of those spots that looked cool, and just sat down and it took like a 5-minute video and synced the music to it later.
Well, that's really cool, man. And we
Yeah.
dug it. We dug it a lot. We
Yeah.
dug the visuals.
Yeah.
We dug the sounds. So I don't know, Chris, do you have that video queued up yet? So then then this is a video by our good friend Rick Rocktopus.
Thanks for calling in.
And yeah, thanks for calling in, man. That's really nice of you. Also, we're gonna open up the phone lines. I hope that wasn't him getting hit by a fucking bus or something. Jesus Christ. You good? You good?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
good. All right,
kind
cool.
of typical out here.
All right. Call the number down below, 917-694-3755. Rick, thank you so much.
Thanks,
And
Rick.
thank you for this jam.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll that video, Chris. Hey, you didn't call. That's all right. We've got the number down there anyways. 917-694-3755. I'll call. I'll talk about whatever I want to, I guess. What did we do last week, Mallory? What did we do last week?
Like
Well,
in
last week was the
general,
Chateau
or
Marmont, right? And then also the villa. You know what? Let's just talk about you know, I know. We're like maniacs on fire, on the run. Um,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, you know, one of wait,
What?
no, never mind.
What? You can't do that. You can't do that.
Well, I was just thinking about our good friend um Alec, and
Alex.
how we've been in correspondence with him. He was
Yeah.
the director of photography last week. Um and uh man, we had such a good time. Similarly to the way we had such a good time with Neil, the director of photography, on our first shoot.
Yeah.
Um
Oh, and I guess, well, for anybody who did watch last week, we made it through the night. We were not haunted by
oh
more
yeah.
ghosts or murdered.
Oh yeah. No, but this is some real this is real. I don't know if I talked about this then or if it happened the next night, but I went to sleep. Did I talk about this on the show, or
What?
was I just
I
talking
don't
about
even
this
know
with
if
you?
you've told me. I don't know.
When I went to sleep, I there's a light on in my closet,
Huh?
okay? And the closet it was like a chamber door, you know what I mean, with these big locks that you have to like chunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned off all the lights in the bedroom and I went to sleep. And or I started to go to sleep. And this light was on in the closet, and it was beaming light out through the cracks in the door. So I was like, that's obnoxious. So I got up, chank, and opened it up and turned off the light with my hand, and the light is off. And I chank, closed the door again, and I wake up the next morning and the light is on. So, so then
That's a
I'm like,
perplexity.
and I know it was off. I know for a
I
fact it
believe
was
you.
off.
Yeah, I
I know
believe
for a
you.
fact it was off.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So I open it up. I pull out this shirt that I was going to wear out of the closet. I put it down. And by the way, guys, this isn't just a closet. It's like it was like a New York apartment is this closet. So it's like a chamberous thing. And there are honestly like trap doors up on the ceiling you know, the very high ceilings inside of the closet,
Yeah, and
and
in the
I just
corners of the
assume
stairwells. Yeah.
right, I just assume it's cabinetry. um and but they are all locked, and that's weird to lock your cab, but well, whatever, you know what I mean. They've got like Louis Vuitton boxes in there and stuff. um but so I open it up, pull out the shirt, take chunk, you know, turn off the light with my hand. So it's like not like a fuse thing. The
Yeah.
switch was in the on position. So then off again, and walk upstairs. We're hanging out at the pool, and I walk downstairs to get the shirt again, and the light is on in the closet. I open up the closet door, and the light switches in the on position.
So I I know because you're not a believer. Well,
I
how do
think that
you
there were
make
people
sense
living in
of
the
that? Oh,
cabinetry,
yeah, right. We already, came up with that it was there were people. Yeah,
and
probably.
there was
There was probably like a series because there were so many random doors everywhere, like under the stairs, that we couldn't open or
Mhm,
get into, in the
mhm.
closets, trap doors everywhere. That is probably how the people who are living there get around. So they were probably doing.
And I'm telling you that I saw a person inside of there. Now, everybody's trying to convince me that it's a ghost, right? But like I'm telling you, I saw a person and then they were just gone. Now I know that there was no trap door to get into there. Now, again, we mentioned before that there was like a
Hey, Chris.
picture frame above the closet, like a giant picture frame above the closet, or I mean above the fireplace,
Yeah.
and it had a push button power button on the bottom, and
Yeah,
it
there.
was
That's
Uh-huh.
in
I
3
can't hear the
hinges,
background now.
including the frame. Okay, and then a plug that came out of the wall, or like out of the frame into the wall, and then out of the wall, and then into the plug. So,
Mhm.
and we couldn't get it to work. So, okay, here's my question to our listening audience. Um, have you ever stayed in a place that you're convinced that somebody else was there with you? Not a ghost. Last week was ghost. Now let's talk about the real McCoy. What?
Well, there was I want
Go
to
ahead.
add to this,
Yeah, please,
you know,
please,
to the
please,
proof
please.
here is
Oh
that I
shit!
just
Oh
remembered
shit!
was do you remember what it was? The
I don't know.
maybe it was the first night, second night, I don't know, but we had all gone to bed
Uh-huh.
and I heard somebody go up the stairs and walking around upstairs.
Mhm.
And then the next morning I asked both you and Alec if either of you went upstairs after we all went to bed.
Mhm. Mhm.
And no, we did not. No
Nobody.
one went upstairs, and I
Nope.
absolutely heard
Yeah.
like that house made a lot of sounds. It was very easy to hear somebody walking above. So
And there were some very like consistent sounds that we just got used to that were
oh yeah.
guys, this isn't like a floor like cracking. It's
Yeah.
like,
Like old house settling. It was not that.
yeah, this is like somebody punching a trash can,
Yeah, yeah.
you
Like
know?
big rattling. Big
Big,
rattling.
big boomy rattling.
Mhm,
And it's
mhm,
4
mhm,
floors. Okay.
mhm.
Now, this is also important to mention. This house, this villa that we were in, villa. This villa that we were staying in was also connected to another villa that was exactly the same in some way.
I
We weren't
forgot
able to
about
figure out
that.
how it was connected, but from the outside, it looked like it was connected.
But we did know that the owner of
The,
our house
the,
also owned the other one, owned
also,
the
the
like
other one,
and they were called, like, sister houses or something.
sister
So
houses.
they probably had, like, some fucking tunnel system, some like, there were lots of doors we could not get through that, they were probably spying on us.
Okay, you know what? Remind me, because I have an amazing story about a tunnel system, actually. I have an
Ooh.
amazing story. Okay, but I think that we have a caller on the line. Caller?
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going very well. Caller, could you identify yourself, please?
Yes, this is Davida.
Oh,
I thought
hey,
I recognized that voice. Hey,
Davida.
Davida.
What's up, Davida?
Yeah, I just wanted to call in. I'm loving the show so far, and yeah,
Thanks.
just wishing Mallory all the best with everything she's dealing with. And I guess as
Thanks.
far as the topic went, kind of dealing with some similar things a little bit as far as perspective. Like I recently moved to a new city and kind of distance myself from situation and some family things and things like that. So I can appreciate having to take some extra time away to process. And yeah, I've got some made me think a lot about my dad is still alive as well, but I haven't
Mhm.
really spoken with him in 2 or 3 years, maybe something like that as well. So um, but even as with the rest of some of my family and the city that I was in, just kind of distancing myself to get a new perspective and what do I really want and not what other people think
Mm.
or things like that. So dealing with a lot of childhood issues too, and things come up. So yeah, and that kind of leads in states of mind too, just working on a lot of sound meditations and taking a sound practitioner course as well. So really
Ooh.
been working through some of the real root issues and childhood type things, or like the pains that I have. I have a lot of body issues as well. I'm like, well, why
Mm.
do I have that? And a lot of stuff been coming up lately. So yeah,
Well, all of this is very
Wow.
relatable and relevant. Are you open
absolutely.
to, like, digging into it a bit or sharing a bit more? I mean, just that 2 or 3 years is about the amount of time that I hadn't talked to my dad. Um, that's a past tense thing now because he is no longer here. That's interesting. Yeah, are you
Yeah.
open to sharing a bit more about what you're going through?
Sure. Do you have any specific questions or anything that you wanna or we could relate about or
Well, I guess I don't know much about I mean, everything you're saying, I'm like, I could have said it, like childhood
Mhm.
stuff, creating
right?
separation from family, haven't talked to my dad in a few years. Um, so we could start anywhere. um, yeah, I don't want to like push too much, but if are you open to sharing why you created some space from your dad?
Well, that's been a long time coming. I don't know, that whole side of the family, there was times off and on, for family gatherings. I was just like, I didn't go for 3 years or something, and then I would go for a couple years just to try, and then, but I don't know, that whole family. It was just kind of like didn't rarely seen them, but would still go over to my dad's place for Christmases, basically. But it was
Mm.
pretty awkward. There's a lot of
How
issues
so?
there. So I it's very triggering for me to be there and just he's a very he kind of like a Father Malley type figure, or some
Uh,
of the other fathers that some of the other guests and people have had, where they're very. I kind of grew up in like a cult within a cult type of
Hmm.
situation. It's very small, rural townish, and very church and kind of things like that oriented, and a lot of
mm,
not just like abuse or anything, but like like missing children and other like very high level kind of
uh,
things, and a lot of
Wait a second.
politicky kind of churchy things.
Wait, can we unpack that a little bit? So,
yeah.
so, so wait a second. So you said a cult inside of a cult. Explain that dynamic for me.
Uh, I guess like the sort of family dynamic and the small, really small community. It was more of like a hamlet where I grew up. Um, but almost like church and mafia combined, I guess. But
How
then
did
just
that
the
play out?
whole um
I mean, okay, so let me
well
ask you maybe a more pointed question. Was your pastor breaking people's kneecaps?
no, it wasn't that aspect. That was sort of separate
Hmm.
from the church, but
Hmm.
our one priest did ride a Harley, and anyway, but more like
I don't mean to laugh, but
uh provincial boards or things, or like would your equivalent to be like a state board of like who ran like the farm type businesses, or
Mhm,
um, land ownership and a lot of
mhm,
things like that. I guess
hmm,
maybe probably drugs too. Like we're in a pretty meth heavy area as well, and
Mm,
farms are you have all the chemicals that you're allowed to have to make that. So there's a lot of things like that
hmm.
that go on around as well.
So what was your like negative experience? What was the thing that happened in your life there that you'd like to share with
Uh,
us?
there's a lot. I guess we'll just share some of the dad stuff. Between that, there was
Okay.
just Elise very. He had a pretty rough upbringing, and just the whole family was too. But Yeah, a lot of physical abuse and
Mm.
lots of things, and then just kind of knowing about other things that were going on. And I have a lot of other, like babysitters or other people that took care of us, and some church stuff too, and school issues, and yeah, a lot of issues. But yeah, my parents got divorced when I was like 10 or so, and then it was like, I don't know. Those years are pretty fuzzy too. So a lot
Mm.
of just flash moving to a new place.
Mm.
But yeah,
That's a
kind of
tricky
ever since
thing when you
then.
can't remember, when you're like when you have the body feelings and memories, but your brain, the tangible memories are fuzzy. Have you struggled with that? Is that something that you struggled with?
Hmm.
Yeah, or just, when you got something, let's just say concussion-y like happened, and you kind of you don't remember
Oh, then
things
you
that happened.
literally don't yeah. Oh gosh.
It's more, I remember most of the things. It's just timelines and things like that are sometimes fuzzy. But
Oh, is that what
yeah,
is okay? Is that what you're meaning by it was that you don't that those years are fuzzy, that you were beat up so badly that you were concussed, or
uh,
that you don't remember it?
sometimes, and more in high school too, some bullying type incidents and
Mm,
things, or some,
Mhm.
when the extra traumatic events happen and you kind of have to disassociate and go somewhere else.
yeah.
That it takes a while to come back.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's pretty amazing how skilled our bodies and brains are at protecting ourselves in those moments through dissociation, but then also, yeah, by just stuffing the memories away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For me, it that didn't, my I'm have such a sensitive body and I'm a highly sensitive person that it manifested in my body. All the memories manifested in my body in lots of various ways. Oh, I think then you said, Davita, that you deal with, like, a lot of pain and stuff. Is that,
Yeah, pretty much the same. Like I've had
yeah.
intestinal cancer and fibromyalgia, and yeah,
Oh,
lots of
Mhm.
other as well.
oh,
But I don't know. I've been kind of dealing with them, and I think similar to you, I've been sober for a while now, so um, that's really helped, and that's when I really started diving in and re-feeling the pain, because it's like, oh, now I feel all this stuff. I'm not numbing out. So
mm,
anyway,
Mhm.
yeah, it's a work in progress, but yeah, like the sound healing has really helped me, and really learning um, most of the medical help that I've ever gotten, or like I'm on disability, so whatever's paid for, which isn't very much,
yeah,
um,
yeah,
doesn't really help. And it's like, yes, if you've had like a few not so great things happen to you, or um, your mental health issues stem from a child or an adult issue, um, sometimes that stuff will help. But when there's like some ongoing, long-standing issues with some really severe things, and it's like more CPTSD stuff.
yeah,
You kind of got to work it out on your own. And I found a lot of good YouTube type things that have helped. So kind of just working through it on your own, and you need someone to hold space for you. So I do see someone sometimes, which I don't anymore. I just had my
Mhm.
last session with that person, but
okay.
yeah, it's mostly just kind of working
Can you,
through on.
I'm really curious about sound healing, and I if could you explain a bit more about what that looks like for you? And you said that you're
Yeah,
doing the
so
training?
I kind of I kind of got into that a few years ago by going to some sound baths where they had a gong and, like, I don't know, a dozen fairly large Tibetan singing bowls, the sort of metal kind.
Mhm.
And it was more of a guided one as well, where they would kind of do a short talk of kind of give you something, and then he would do 15 minutes of sound bath, and then the yoga practitioner would say something else for a minute or two, and then another sound bath, and it was pretty amazing. So, and then I kind of was taking some courses through one of the addiction agencies, um, where they kind of just offer free courses in art and
Oh, cool.
all kind of different things online, and even facilitating courses, things like that. So anyway, I learned a bit about yoga nidra, some other different healing modalities in a couple of those classes, and then yeah, more recently I signed up with Toronto Sound Therapy. His name is
Ooh.
Phil Jacobs. You can search him on, he has some stuff on YouTube, and Gabor Mate is also associated
Love him.
with the people that have the school there. It's not really a school; it's more of an online thing. But anyway, yeah. So I've kind of been recently started that, and I've got some singing bowls and steel tongue drum, and I recently got a MIDI player, and I make a lot of meditative mixes on YouTube with Logic Pro. So um,
Cool.
yeah, so that's been super helpful for me, and kind of a good creative outlet.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
find having a creative outlet for me to work through my trauma. I mean, saved my life in a lot of ways, like learning how to channel big feelings through creating. Literally saved my life in a lot of ways. And I really want to check out some of the sound um healing stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah,
amazing.
we had that little copper singing
Yeah.
bowl at one of those places, and
Yeah.
I got
You
really
were
into
good
it
at it.
one night. I
Yeah.
got really into it.
You're really
Once you get the knack of it, it's like, whoa, yeah, now it's really ringing out. Those are
Mhm.
really fun, and it is really, really great. I know that there's a place actually in Joshua Tree. I think it's called the Integradome, Integratron, Integratron. And they have like this. I don't know. It's like acoustic. I really want to go. We were just there. I wanted to book it, but
They closed
yeah,
for the summer,
yeah, they
right? When we
closed.
were there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
because it was
closed for
too
the
hot.
summer. It was too hot.
It was too hot.
But Davida, thank you so much for calling in. It was such a
Yeah.
pleasure to talk to you. I hope that everything works out. I hope that you're able to manage this trauma. I hope that maybe the best. I don't know what goal you have in mind. Maybe you can call back again sometime and tell
I
us how
was
things are
gonna
going.
say, yeah, I
Yeah.
have this felt I mean, it's just really nice to hear your voice, and I it was like a nice easing into this topic for me because given my dad, like, just died, I'm not too sure exactly how much I wanna share, so I just appreciate your call and, like, wading into that water, and I'd love for you to call back and, we can just get into it more every time. So thank you for the space that you have provided me.
Look to meeting with you in the chat. I think it's been mentioned before. It's kind of like this collection of really interesting um, people that it's a feels like a safe space to share of people that are kind of the black sheep of their families or
Yeah, ain't that the
that.
truth? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely call back in another time.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Davida, thank you so much. And
All right.
these are
we'll
the
talk to
types
you
of
soon, and we'll see you on
yeah,
Wednesday.
we'll see you on Wednesday. It's so nice to hear familiar voices. But
Yeah,
we want to hear some of these new voices. We want
definitely
to
do.
hear some of these new callers out here. I know we've got some listeners because we've been
Mhm.
getting the letters and you know the fan mail and
All of the fan mail.
all of the presents. Um, no. Uh, but we do
Someday.
want to hear we do want to hear the from some new people as well as the old. Chris, can you pop that number up again? What time is it? What time is it right now?
We're getting
Are we
a
close?
little close to our first midnight.
Okay, great.
Whew, how you
As you
feeling
know,
so far, Craig?
I'm feeling good. I'm
Yeah?
feeling good. I just want to tune everybody in at home, maybe first time callers, first time listeners, that we celebrate Midnight Across America here at Five on It,
Oh yeah. That's
right?
the point. That's the point
That's
of this. We should
that's the
probably tell people that.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
point. So we kick it off at midnight on the East Coast of the United States of America, and
So
we
Sunday technically, which is confusing to some
it's
people,
confusing.
understandably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It got confusing, but we're working it out.
Yeah.
And then we end on midnight on the Pacific Coast. So we've got 3 hours to talk with you guys all along the way, share silly videos, and we've got a lot more of that in store. So we're gonna get the phone number on the phone. Wait. I didn't find out what time it is.
Uh, we got a few minutes to
3
midnight.
minutes. Okay, great. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, given we're so close to midnight, hey Chris, let's see those fun graphics, please.
This poor Robbie, all alone. I wish there was something I could do for him. Huh?
Come closer.
What for?
Do you know what you look like?
Well, sure I do. Hey, who are you?
I'm your mirror. I'm you, as others see you.
I know what I look like.
Do you know what you look like to others?
Sure, I look like me.
Have a good look.
Hey, I look like a clown, like a sad clown. Gee, I'm really sad.
That's what you look like to others.
I do? How'd I get this way?
Not listening, not paying attention, thinking about yourself too much and not enough about others.
I don't understand what you mean.
Take a closer look and you will.
What is the capital of California? Robbie? Never mind, Robbie. Never mind.
Am I that sad?
Yes, but you can change if you want to.
How?
Some of the ways are by caring for other people, by not being afraid to talk directly to people, and by feeling good about yourself.
Oh, I'm too scared to do that.
There's nothing to be scared of. Look into your eyes and think good things.
Well, okay. Robbie looks different. Hey, you're right. What'd you do to yourself? Oh, nothing.
See you tomorrow. Do you feel better?
Oh, yes, and I look better, too. I'm not sad anymore, and I don't look like a clown.
You won't look like a clown to others either if you always remember to look, to listen, to pay attention. If you don't, there's always a chance you'll turn back to one.
There is?
Oh, sure. You've got to be as good inside as well as outside. That comes with hard work and caring about others.
I get it. Gee, thanks, Mayor, for changing me back.
Don't thank me. You did it all by yourself.
From Winnipeg to Waco, Madison to Monterrey, it's midnight in the Central Time Zone.
Well, that clip hurt my heart. I don't always get to see all the videos before we post them, and that gave me some big feelings.
Well, it comes in a series. That's a series of clips.
Okay, but you know what it reminded me of, Craig?
I would love to know. I would love to know. I knew it was controversial. That one in particular. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it
yeah.
reminded me of, so I was a very quiet kid. I didn't talk in class. That was like the biggest criticism on all my report cards was Mallory does not talk. Very smart kid, doesn't talk in class. And I had a French teacher in grade 6 tell me once that I didn't talk because I had a little monster inside of me telling me that I wasn't worthy, and that I just needed to defeat this monster. Uh, do you think that helped? Your face. Yeah, tell an 11-year-old they have a monster inside of them. That's a really good idea. Yeah, so that just
What
brought
in
back
the fuck? Honestly, the public schools. But you're in Canada.
It was a private school.
Oh my god! So somebody paid for that. Oh well.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Do we have a caller on the line?
I don't know. Do we have a caller on the line?
Oh.
Oh, what up, Mimi Cherry?
What up, Mimi Cherry?
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Come on.
Such a warm welcome.
What's up? What's up? I bet you were hopping and bopping around SF all day today. What's up, girl?
Not all day. I was baking mini peach and blueberry pies all day. But then I went and they're delicious.
Wait a second.
But
Wait a second.
What? Yes, I'll
Peach
wait.
and blueberry pies of the mini variety?
It's the most unexpected combination ever, but it's my summer, like a summer recipe. I only make it in the summer when the peaches are in season. And I made them into little mini pies, and it's like magic. It's like
Okay,
legit
I'm gonna
magic.
say something controversial. I think that mini pies are better than big pies because
I agree.
your
I don't know
amount
if the world is
of
ready for this.
yeah. Well, you know what? Get ready, world, because I'm gonna drop a truth. The crunch to pie filling ratio, especially with fruit pies, because you want that like crispy crust and you want the tangy filling, right?
But not too much of
But
either.
exactly. And the ratio is
See?
exactly perfect in a mini
And here
pie.
comes the mini pie to the rescue. See, I like making mini pies because I like baking, but I give like 90% of it away. And making mini versions of things makes it kind of like classier to hand out, like versus like, here's a slice of pie.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's a little mini pie. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love
Honestly,
them.
bringing pies to the party is about the coolest thing in the entire world. If you're bringing
Well,
pies to
enough
the
about
party,
my
it's like
dating life, but yeah. No, but I did just come. I did just come home from a very quintessential San Francisco night. My drag mother was booked to go show up at some dance theater place that was having like a celebration night for like their queer night or whatever. Anyways, it was very like contemporary dance but it was like the entire like I've been to a lot of these performances and dancers are dancers like the dancers as long as they can move their body they're a dancer. But this cast it was like they were like also supermodels and dancers. And so like I kept getting distracted because they were so beautiful. But it was cool. It was like cool little performance. And then drag mother went off to go host their little after party and I got in an Uber and hopped onto 5 on it and came home to cozy up with you all.
Thank you.
Oh, you
Thank you,
do feel
Mimi.
cozy. That's so
That
nice.
is very cozy.
Yeah.
That is very,
Yeah.
very cozy. So what happened
Yeah.
at the party? Anything crazy?
Oh,
Anything
well, they
supermodel
went off to
crazy?
go host. They went off to the party, and I got into the car. You missed that part. I'm here now. The party's
Oh,
happening
okay. I
now.
did kind of miss that part, I
She came to
guess.
get cozy with
Yeah,
us
and
instead of getting wild.
part of it is that I'm hosting. So tomorrow, as you all know, I'm part of the Oak Glass staff that helps put together the Oak Glass Festival once a year here in
Yeah.
Oakland. And we, the staff, get together afterwards to do like a debrief so that we can talk about what went well, what could go better, so that we can make it better next year. And so this year, I'm hosting it for the second year in a row. I'm hosting it here at my property, and then we have like a little pool party afterwards. So I need to like
Ooh.
prepare for that tomorrow.
Are you baking more pies for that?
I'm so psychotic. I want to, but I'm missing an ingredient, and Amazon ordered it Prime. So if it gets here in the morning, I actually might be baking. I had this idea that I want to take the Jamaican beef patty filling because I've made Jamaican beef patties before, but I want to make
Wait a
them.
second.
I want
Wait a
to take
second. Say it. Wait, hold on, Mimi. Say it slower. Say it slower.
Jamaican
no.
beef patty.
No, no, no. I don't mean it like that. I mean like just talk to me about the Jamaican beef patty.
Oh, that I've made them before?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, tell us all about it.
Talk to me about it. Because I
It's a really
love a
good.
Jamaican
It's a
beef
very labor
patty.
intensive process,
I
and
know.
part
There's a
of
lot
what
of
makes it so
spices.
labor intensive is the dough, because it's a
Mhm.
laminate dough. It's like almost like a puff pastry. You have to
Oh
laminate it,
yeah.
kind of like croissants. But what I
Mm.
want to do is skip that part and take it into like little mini pie form. And so take like the curry powder and the turmeric that would go in the dough of the beef patty like dough, but put that into the flaky pie dough and then make them like little mini pies with like spicy beef patty filling on the inside. So if the
That's
browning
what
sauce
I'm
gets here
talking
tomorrow, I'm
about.
gonna be making those tomorrow.
Mimi, you're getting Craig real hot and
I'm ready
bothered
to
right now.
go. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to eat a beef
Craig,
patty.
I
What?
mean, you know where to find me. So hello.
Yeah, it's like 8 hours away or some shit like that. You know what I mean? What am I
Sounds
gonna?
worth it
I'm
though.
gonna
Sounds worth the
drive through
trip.
the
Seven if you
night
hit the gas
for a
pedal
beef
real hard.
patty. You know, I live in
What?
Los
You're
Angeles.
not gonna drive the night for a fucking beef patty?
I live in Los Angeles. I could get a. I honestly, I might get. How fast do you think I can get a beef patty delivered?
Yeah, but that good though?
All right, let's see. Midnight through America. Let's see what I can get a beef patty delivered
I don't think
to
you're getting one
address.
tonight, Chris.
Wait, no, I shouldn't be
But you
telling
could
that
get
online.
one
Okay, never
delivered
mind that.
tomorrow.
I'm sorry?
You could probably get one delivered tomorrow. I don't know about right now because, I don't think you're going to find a Jamaican spot open right now. But I bet tomorrow
Don't be
you could
crazy.
probably
Don't
Uber
be
Eats that to your
crazy
house.
right now. Stop being crazy, Mimi. Stop
I
being
stopped
crazy.
being
This is live
crazy last
TV.
year.
Don't be crazy like this on live TV. Of course I can get a
That's very
Jamaican
2023.
beef.
We're in 2024 now.
Okay.
Oh, he's actually going to see.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna order.
now I
Oh,
regret that we're not in the same room because
So,
I could really
anywho, Mallory.
I would
Hi, Mallory. How are you?
well, better now that I'm talking to you and hearing. Now I'm hungry
Okay,
though.
good. Oh, I'm sorry.
But no, that's okay. That's okay. I will just be dreaming about what I'm
oh
gonna
See,
hell
eat
yeah!
after
okay,
this.
Oh
you know
hell
what
yeah!
this is?
Taste
You know what
of the
this is?
Caribbean.
I'm low
Taste of the
key.
Caribbean.
I'm.
What?
Oh, go ahead.
What?
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
No, go off, Mimi, go off, Mimi Cherry.
Oh,
I'm gonna pick out
okay,
my
I'll be
patty
really
right
quick
now.
about it.
I'm gonna pick out my patty right now. Go off, go off, go off, Mimi. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I think what I'm smelling is a possible crossover that one of these days I'll just be in the background of Five on It baking while the show's happening, and we go from beginning to end, and we start with
And you can
ingredients and
feed
end
us?
with a baked good. Yes,
Wait a
duh.
second. Wait a second. Are you some sort of wizard or something? Where did you pull
Yes,
that out
you're
of? That's
welcome.
the most genius thing I've
My
ever heard.
Great idea. I am in. Oh, speaking of, wait, when are you doing your you've done your first episode of your new season yet?
Yeah, so thank you very much for asking. We are very much in production mode right now.
Yeah, you
2
are.
episodes in the can, 3, actually 4 scheduled. The illustrator just sent me some samples of the new logo today. So once
Ooh.
all of that kind of lines, I'm basically waiting for like all the new branding to line up so that I can get the website all finalized. And then we can
Ooh.
do a formal rollout of the new season. But we're shooting for August, which is right around the corner.
That is literally right around the corner. That's very exciting. And yeah,
I'm
very
very
into the
excited.
idea of a crossover between our two
Yay!
podcasts.
We'll make that
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. Especially if it includes you giving me food.
Oh, it will only. I know that's the only way it'll actually happen. So,
Is if we can get somebody to feed us
I,
over the 3 hours. Yes.
if there's one thing I know how to do, it's how to
And
sell myself.
boom. Beef patties, not
Okay, so
patty.
Craig.
Beef patty ghosts are on their way to my home
Oh,
right
Stop it.
now
Shut
with
up.
with with
Shut the
with
front door.
some. I'm sorry.
She said, "Shut the front door."
Oh, I thought I was like, are you at my front door?
Yes, Craig. Hold
Oh
on.
no! Oh no! Oh, what the fuck? Mimi, what do you want to
Yes.
talk about tonight? Anything on your mind in particular? Anything going on in your life? Anything that maybe would spark an interesting conversation, inspiration?
I mean, that's a very, very, very open-ended question, my friend.
I know.
But
You're an
it could go
entertainer.
a few routes.
Give me.
Welcome and bienvenue. So like last week it was last week that I called in from Five Finger Disco. Like I
Yeah.
halfway touched on like the father stuff, and I heard earlier that it
Mhm.
seemed to be like a little bit of a theme, but like I don't know if that's too much daddy talk, and like I get it. Like
Oh,
daddy
not
talk be
enough.
having like
No,
a
let's
limit.
get into it. Let's get into it.
Well, I remember distinctly, if I remember correctly, Loki, high key admitting that like I'm ready for my dad to get that call, that like I'm actually gonna probably
Yeah.
like do like a little jig and a dance. And
Yeah.
the short and the tall of it is that I think at minimum he's a creep. At worst, there's like shades of like pedo PDFE kind of stuff. And like
Ooh.
some of it was like when I was little, I didn't talk to him a lot growing up, and he used to blame my mom. But when I grew up, I found out that it was because when I was little, every time he would call, I would hang up the phone crying every time. So it got to the point that
Oh,
like my mom was like,
that's a
"No more
bad
talking to him."
sign.
Yeah. And then I grow up, I'm in my 20s, and I remember I went to like me and my boyfriend at the time went to visit him. And at one point I end up like in a bedroom alone with my dad, and he's like, "Oh," like he said it in Spanish, like, "Nena, está bien buena, te pareces a tu mamá." which is like, girl, you looking good. You look just like your mama,
Oh
which was
no.
fucking freaky and weird. And I came to find out last year that when my cousin was young, like a teenager, that he was like weird and inappropriate with her. And like, I think he got
Uh,
fired from like a teaching assistant job for like putting a special needs kid in like a dog cage. So like,
whoa,
this is the
whoa,
kind
whoa,
of man that
whoa,
I'll
whoa,
do like
whoa.
a little dig when he dies.
Uh, okay, yes, this is making a lot of sense that you're looking forward to him dying. I'm sorry, can we back up a little to the putting a special needs kid in a dog cage?
Yeah, and this is like a halfway told like gossip tale. Like I never got the full story, but I know that like at some point, like in the last 10 years or so, he'd gotten a job before he retired because he's like retired now and like drinking his days away. But
Mm.
when he was still working, he'd gotten himself a job working at a school, and allegedly, supposedly, he got in trouble because like he put like to like make the other kids laugh. I don't know. It's fucked up. My father's fucked up. And so yeah, allegedly he got banned from the school system and fired because he was putting a kid in the dog cage to like teach a lesson.
That is so fucked up.
I mean, Georgia,
You know,
United
you
States.
know
You're
this
welcome.
this happens. I was once locked in a closet when I went to Bible camp with some kid. They locked me in a
See?
closet. I think that they recognized that I was a Jew or something, but they locked me in a closet.
I mean, yeah, that you went to Bible camp. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't belong
Fair
there.
stories.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's fair. I didn't belong there.
Stick this kid in the closet.
They were
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
scared the
yeah.
horns were gonna come in.
Do you remember their reasoning for that, Craig? For
Yeah, I do. I was I was a real kind of like snotty overachiever
Were you
type of kid,
precocious?
like the type of kid that would like raise his hand like this, you know what I mean, in the air. And I
Yeah.
went and so I was also the type of kid that would like take a test and like do it real quick and then like
Yeah.
chase up to the teacher and like hand it in, you know. So I didn't know the Bible, but they gave us a word search, and I knew enough about. I mean, I'm an American, so I saw,
I'm
so it's
American
like,
first.
it's like,
I'm American, of course.
That's considered
I'm an
bad.
American, so like I know what's going on. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, Jesus, Mary, and I see ass in there, and it's so prominent, and I think, oh, immediately what was in my head is that there's a Looney Tunes where Bugs Bunny falls off a cliff and he turns into a donkey, and it says in big red
Yeah,
letters,
that's what I was
ass.
thinking. Like a donkey, like an ass.
Yeah,
Yes. And so I see ass there, and I think, okay, nativity scene,
of
donkey, you know
course.
what I
That's
mean?
smart.
And
It's smart.
hay and manger and house and stars and wise men. And then I
You
and I
fit
rush
right
up
in.
and I rush up and I hand it. Yeah, exactly. And I hand it in. You know what I mean? I don't even look at the notes on the side. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. And
I
and
aced this. You're
they look
welcome.
at it and they look at it and they don't even say anything to me. They just grab me by the fucking shirt and throw me in a fucking closet and turn
Throw
off
you
the
in a
light and
closet.
close the door.
That's horrifying.
Oh my
Yes, it
god.
was.
How
It
That's
long were
was.
fucking
you
child
kept in
abuse.
the closet?
Honestly, I don't know. It could have been 5 seconds or it could have been all fucking day. I really can't.
Ugh,
I honestly can't
That's
remember that, and I don't
trauma.
want to put that
that
on
sounds
them.
like trauma.
Yeah, I mean, right? I remember being locked in and then like being like, "What the fuck?" But and this is
Fast
when I
forward, it's
still
now Craig's
had
kink.
still when I had faith in adults.
Adults, like people in power.
Yeah,
Oh.
Power. Yeah.
adults. I also
Oh.
went
Oof.
to, and I'm not going to say names, um, but I want to. Uh, I also was invited to another kid's um,
What?
uh, house to sleep over, and we
Mhm.
were both we were both very similar types at that time. Um, and
Jewish?
y- no, 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 no. But I mean, and
I was gonna
and
ask.
I was, yeah, okay. So I, I didn't even know I was Jewish at this time
So
in my life.
I was gonna ask you, like, why were you in Bible class?
Well, because dude, summers were rough as a Jew,
Mhm.
or
Oh, well,
more
duh.
summers were rough
Okay.
as a secular kid, because every
Okay.
fucking kid was thrown into Bible camp, or in my area, they were thrown into Bible camp, or they were
Or fat camp, and
yeah,
you were
yeah.
skinny.
Was it the camp that, like, all your friends were sent to? So it was just like,
It
"Yeah,
wasn't
this is
like
what we're doing this
it
summer."
wasn't a camp. It wasn't a camp like that.
Oh, okay.
It was like Sunday school. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck it was. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Um,
Oh,
But
okay.
that's different. Sunday
and
school is
this
not
and
camp.
so this other kid that I went to church with, him and his family, who certainly knew more than I did about me. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And the book that we were singing out of, the I don't remember the lyrics
The
exactly, and
hymns, they're usually called hymns.
I think it was Southern Baptist, but uh they said one of the songs that they were singing were the Jews are the mud people, and
Ooh.
like will be sent to hell, and like I'm like,
Oh my god.
and I knew that I had heard that before, and I was like,
Aw.
and I was also like,
And they didn't know that you were
this
Jewish.
is fucking weird. Like this isn't the Jesus with sheep, because I didn't go to church. So like the only images of Jesus that I had were like the Jesus that was on the front of like the kids' Bible. You know what I mean? Holding a
Sure.
sheep.
Mhm.
Sure.
And the kids'
The
Bible
nice
that I
looking
asked my
one.
grandmother to get me for Christmas, and I read it, and I was like, this is insane. This
Fair assessment.
I remember asking my mother, like, people think this is real? Is this real? And
And what did your mother
Good
say?
for
my mom was
you.
like my mom was like and I was like, yeah, right. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. So
But that's good. That shows that you've been questioning things since a young age. I mean, I can relate
Mhm.
to that. Like it's
yeah.
just it shows it's a sign of intelligence.
Well, and my point is that on Sundays, or like a certain week of the month, like these kids are all my friends are gone, and I have nobody to ride my bike with. So they're like, "Hey, you want to sleep over and go to
Mm.
Bible camp or summer camp or whatever the fuck?" And I say, "Okay." So yeah, 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 and that's how I get pinned up in this situation. Another, just to make this point clear. So there was a guy who was running as a literal like neo-Nazi. And like this is the America that we're living in right now,
Yeah.
Sure.
and that's what he ran as in Liberty, Missouri, which is outside of
Okay.
where I grew up. Okay. And I guess where I grow up, they vote in the same, in that election. But that he has a radio station or a radio show out of there where he like wears fake curls and swastikas, and
Probably.
yeah, like a real son of a gun. Okay. So um so he, the neighborhood that I grew up in, all of these houses that are on my block that I walk by, most of those houses are full of the same families that I grew up there in. And I walked by all of these people's houses. And when I go back, I went back there during that election, and they all had signs in their yards for, like the people that I used to wave to, and they had signs like "Vote for this fucking neo-Nazi" in their fucking front yard. And then all of a sudden, I realized. So how I found out I was Jewish, or that
How?
that my, that my, I'm whatever, that my whatever. Um,
Different than them.
yeah.
Hmm.
I was riding my bike to Baskin Robbins, and a bunch of kids came
Did
out of
somebody
the
call you one?
woods and started beating me with metal bars,
Oh my
broke my
god.
bike, beat the shit out of me and was calling me a kike and a Jew. And
Oh.
I went home to my mother and
And you asked what
and
that
I was
meant.
like and I was like, "Am I a Jew? What the fuck is that? What
Oh
the fuck is
man.
going on here?"
Oh my God,
And my
Craig.
mom
Oh.
and
Was
my
this
mom
your
and my
mom?
mom was like, "I can't believe I'm having this conversation with you."
Oh.
But also,
You just reminded me of something, Craig.
what do you want us to do about this? By the way, the same kid that did this also burnt a swastika in tar on the front curb of my parents' house.
That's
The
horrifying.
yeah, the tar is still there.
I'm so sorry. That's horrifying.
Yeah, it was. It was
It
fucking horrifying.
truly is. It's really
Yeah,
horrifying.
yeah, and nobody really made a big deal out of it, and whatever.
Ugh.
But I realize now as I grow up, like, how did these kids fucking know that I was a Jew? And I didn't know I was Jew
Because
because
their
their
parents were
parents
talking
We live
about
in a
you.
were
deeply anti-Semitic world, and their
because their
parents
Well, yeah.
parents
told
were
So,
them.
so this
talking
reminded
shit.
this.
Yeah.
Their parents were talking shit on me.
Yeah.
A fucking like 10
Well, this
year old, a
reminds
Ugh.
5-year
me.
old little fucking boy. They were just talking shit on me enough to make their fucking it's disgusting. It's brutal, it's traumatic, and but it's America
Ugh.
for you and me.
Well, no, it's not just. That's what I'm saying. It's not just quote unquote America. Although people will say that Puerto Rico is part of the United States, you just unlocked the memory. Last time that I was in Puerto Rico with my mom, we went to go have dinner with some family friends, and the wine is flowing and everybody's having a great time, and then suddenly 23andMe came up. And our family friend, and I legit asked my mom on the way home, like, "Yo, did you hear what I hear?" She was like, "What?" She acted, I don't know. I think she heard it, but was like, didn't want to like acknowledge that her friend said that. Anyways, her friend's like, "Oh yeah, I'm scared to do a 23andMe because I'm scared I might find out I'm Jewish." And I remember I was like, "What the? Did she just fucking say that out loud?" And like Puerto Rico is one of those places that like after the war, like there were Jews that hid in Puerto Rico, and like there is a Jewish community in Puerto Rico, but it's very hidden. And for her to just like out loud, plain blank say, "I'm scared to take 23andMe because I'm scared to find out I might be Jewish," that shit just blew my fucking mind.
Crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, here's I'll end on a lighter anti-Semitic note. Um
Of course. I'm
Okay.
good.
I once I this is my favorite one. Uh so I worked at a hotel in New York City, and there was a guy that worked with me. His name is Ernie. Ernie oh wait, I shouldn't even have said that. Okay, what it doesn't matter. Um
His name was
uh,
Bert.
uh yeah, bleep that in
Sleep in
post.
post.
Um so this dude uh he drove a hot SUV in to be like a door guy at this place, right? And we made okay money there, but he was driving into Manhattan, you know what I mean, and paying for parking. So we knew it was like a side hustle for him or something. Anyway, a while goes on, and he says, "Hey, Craig, you mind if I put you on with my brother and my business on the books?" And I was like, "Why?" "What?" And he was like, "It just looks good to have a Jew on the books." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Why would
Ah,
that make any difference? And also, maybe, what does you and your brother do?" And he says vegetable import and export out of Puerto Rico. And I said, uh, and I said, or no, it's Dominican Republic. Forgive me. I know I'm gonna get hate for that. Dominican Republic.
You're forgiven.
Um, thank you. Um, so so I'm like, okay, yeah. Now, but why do you think that it would be good to have a Jew on the books? Like
ah,
what, or like
boy.
a Jewish name on the books? And he says to me,
Ah,
because you don't have to pay taxes when you're a Jew. And he looks
stop
at
it.
me and says this to me with such like straight eye, and I know the guy, and I can tell when he's serious. And I'm like, what? and He says, or tickets. And I was like, okay,
What?
yeah. And I say, okay, you're joking. You're obviously joking around with me. And he's like, no, man, that is serious. And I'm like, you think I'm lying to you? And he was like, well, you know what I mean? Everybody knows it. And I was like, nobody knows that, man. Nobody knows that. You're the only one that knows that. I've never heard that before. And he goes, watch this. And he walks out into the street and he puts
Stop
his
it.
arm out and he hails the very first cab. And the very first cab
Stop
that
it.
drives by, the cab stops and he's like, yo, do Jews pay taxes? And the cabbie goes,
No.
no. And I was like, wait, what?
Stop it.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
That's real. That's real.
Oh, Craig, I'm so
No,
sorry.
I mean, I don't know. Don't be sorry for me about that. But isn't
Well,
that
I
fucking
am.
Craig,
hilarious?
your life is a movie.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad I spent it with you. This
I,
movie
I,
of
I
my
love the
life.
humble. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. I'm not watching the video, but I could almost imagine you like tucking your hair behind your ear. Like, yeah, totally.
It's close.
All right. Well, Mimi, it is so good to hear
I'm
your
not gonna let
voice
you hang up on
tonight.
me. I love you. You're the best. Bye.
I love you too. Bye, 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 bye,
Love
bye.
you, Mimi.
Okay. So that was a great call, Mimi Cherry.
Ooh, Mimi
Chris, can
Cherry.
you throw that phone number back up on the line?
I also think might be because because it's a full moon. Full moon, baby.
Oh, it's the full moon.
Tonight into tomorrow.
Awesome.
And we started on a new moon.
Oh,
It's very cute.
oh, so we've come full.
Full.
What is it? Full
Cir-
circle? Full sphere? Full moon?
Full
We'll come full moon.
phase.
We've
Well,
come full
a full
phase.
phase.
Oh, speaking of which,
Yeah. Yes, Craig.
let's go to the nightly readings.
I hear a child practicing their music. A trumpet, it's too sloppy to be sure. There's a soul trying to get out of that building, but their feet are nailed to the floor. And it's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody's looking for their voice in an open window with their supper on the stove. And you can hear it just going down the street, singing and playing out a beat. Someone whose life has gave no reason, making up a reason of their own. And it's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody's looking for their voice in an open window with their supper on the stove. There's a man shadow boxing in a doorway. With his eyes closed, I know he's gonna win. And he's kicking the trash out of the way. He goes down, but he always gets up again. And it's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody's looking for their voice in an open window with their supper on the stove. There's a woman standing at the bus stop. She's yelling that the city is on fire. The cops come looking clumsy and disgusted. Everything she says, they say she says they are a liar. It's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody's looking for their voice in an open window with their supper on the stove. Everybody's lost among the buildings. The ruins that we leave will last forever. While everything that's said may be forgotten, there's something that connects us like a river. It's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody's looking for their voice in an open window with their supper on the stove. Somebody's looking for their voice in an open window with their supper on the stove.
Oh, that's another one of those videos that just, yeah, it gives me hope. Makes me feel really good.
Hope.
Although the story of Stephen Jesse Bernstein, it's not so nice. There, though, he was in a sleep study where he was getting paid $50 a day. And the person who shot that video, um, he called him up and he was like, "Hey, I wrote a new song, and you need to come by the hospital and film me before I forget it." And so I was still hooked up to all of the stuff. He played that song for the first time as a demo. Um, and he was anybody that is interested or appreciates the grunge scene out of Chicago. I mean, out of Seattle. Um, this guy was like the poet. You know what I mean? He was kind of the backbone of the scene, as I understand it, or as I've read. And I don't take my word for it, but
Mm.
he's a cool guy. Check it out, and that's my word on that. Call now.
Pretty good word.
That's my word. That's my word. I hope you guys liked it at home too. Uh, our number is 917-694-3755. Our theme of the night is
Where's
where's
your
your
head at? Hey, Craig, where's your head at? Where's your head
my
at? And that
well
could
my
mean lots of things.
all right, fine. The reveal. The reveal. I
Whoa.
built in a reveal moment for tonight. I built in a reveal moment for tonight. I
Uh,
think it's about time for it. Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
let's do that
Yeah,
again,
okay,
Craig.
okay,
Let's
let's do
do
that
that
again.
again. It was, yeah.
Okay, go to
Okay.
Mallory and then come back to me.
Okay.
Yep, yep, yep.
Hey, Craig, I'm gonna ask you where your head's at, and then
Okay.
Chris is gonna go to you, and then you do the reveal. Okay.
Copy that.
Everybody ready? Everybody ready?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Craig, where's your head at? What?
With
That
you.
was pretty good.
With you at home. Call us 917-694-3755. We
I do
want to
have to
talk
say
to
it's
you.
nice to see your eyes. I didn't realize I couldn't see your eyes. I just, just got used to you being in sunglasses. It's nice to see your eyes.
I decided to do a look mainly because I have like a monitor and a camera set up where if I'm looking directly at the camera, I'm not able to see what's happening. And so see this is the way I have to see myself or else I'll just jitter myself out of this room. I don't know if anybody knows this or can tell at home. I'm a jittery guy. I'm
No.
wound up. Yeah, I'm wound up like a top. So so I have to move around a lot and I don't want my gaze to you know what I mean? This is much easier for me. Now it looks like I'm looking at you right at home. You see what I mean?
I do see what you mean. It works both ways.
It does.
It works both ways. We should build up to another reveal, like in the third hour.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also have the whole thing. I could go.
I can't handle that just yet. Put them
Okay,
on. Man,
okay,
one
okay,
step at a time.
okay,
Craig.
okay,
One
okay,
step at a
okay, okay,
time.
okay. Okay, you're right. You're right.
God.
You're right.
Moving too fast.
Do we have a caller?
I don't
I
think we
think
do yet.
Oh yeah, I think the caller is being set up. Okay. So hey Mallory. What's up? My
Well,
television.
my
That
dad's
that
dead.
call
Is that a good that's my the throwing to, that's my
No,
reveal.
honestly, I'm so used to it now, but it hits hard every time. It hits hard every
It
time.
does, honestly it does for me too. I was talking about this with my therapist this week that well, it's been nice to hang out with you because you just let me say that whenever and wherever. um and I feel like I need to say it out loud because it sounds absurd. Like it sounds surreal, absurd. Like it's like I want to get used to saying it out loud because he's been alive my whole life up until now, and that's like a wild shift. Language is weird sometimes.
Yeah, that's something that I have learned to really admire about you, Mallory, is that you really face these things head on in a way
Mhm.
that is uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's I mean it but I mean it would be uncomfortable to do. It would be I have to imagine that this is a
Mm.
product of all of the work and the therapy that you've done on how to cope. And
It's interesting you say uncomfortable. I mean, you're no, it, it's certainly not comfortable, but I have had to learn in therapy to I don't know, like be present with my feelings because if it's either this kind of public discomfort and sort of facing things head on or to go back to Davita's call, like or it comes out sideways in my body through like migraines and stomach aches and not sleeping and not being able to eat. So I will take the healthier discomfort over stuffing it down, and then it just like wreaks havoc on my body. So, but I appreciate you noticing and saying that.
Sure. I mean,
Mm.
it's very enlightening to see.
Mm.
I understand that we have a caller on the line.
I understand the same.
So I don't want to cut you off, but
You can cut me off. I'll bring up my dead dad again.
I can't wait. Okay. Hey, caller.
Hey,
Go
what's
ahead.
going on, y'all?
Oh shit!
It's
Pizza?
pizza.
What up? What
All
up?
right,
What
then it's family
up?
night. It's family night on 5 on it, and it just got wild. What up, pizza?
Hey, what's up, y'all? How you guys feeling?
Great. Doing fine. How are you?
Better now that you're here.
Yeah. God damn it, dude. You guys are the freaking best, man.
Nah.
You
are.
So I hopped on the show late. Thank you, Melly. I hopped on the show late, so Chris kind of gave me the lowdown of what the theme is. So
yeah. Where's your head at?
So where's your head at?
Where I'm at. So I kind of just want to give you guys an update about last week, or not last week, but I guess 2 weeks ago, or last time I called, I guess.
Yeah.
About where my head's at with all that stuff, and I had a unbelievable conversation with my chef today, and my head is in a really, really positive state, which I haven't experienced in quite some time, and it feels amazing.
Love to hear that.
So tell us about it.
And also, but first, Pizza, I want to, because if people weren't here for the first week, if we could bring them up to speed a bit, Pizza, about you working at a pizza store, like what, just so people can have a bit of context before you get into the update.
Okay, yeah. So the last time I called, I just pondered what I.
You just got really quiet. Why don't you start over telling the story?
Oh, okay. You know what? I gotta, because I'm outside and it's really, really windy. Okay,
oh, that's probably
yeah. Could you go inside?
Does that sound better?
Maybe under a blanket.
I'm not at home right now. I wish I could.
Okay.
You sound better now. You sound better now. So let's try again.
Okay, yeah. So I just called because I was kind of having like an existential crisis of it. What I do for a living, is it worth it?
Right.
Is it worth all the struggle, the pain, the wear on my body, the over just everything that goes with what I do? And I think we came to the conclusion that it was. And today, after that conversation, it just really secured, or really brought my mind to a really positive point.
Well, I'm very
Tell us
happy.
how about
Yeah,
I want to hear about this conversation today with your chef. How did that go? What'd you say? What'd you talk about?
So he just called me randomly. He's not even in town. He's in California right now. And he called me while I was working, actually. I was literally making pizzas, but I will never miss a phone call from the chef. So I answered it, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he was, the first thing that he said, he was like, hey, Jose, oh, fuck, I shouldn't say that. But he was like, hey, man, I just wanted to let you know that I love you, and I'm thinking about you, and that moving forward, we're going to put you in a more leadership role, and you're going to have more responsibilities. And also, I got a raise, not for nothing. But it was great. It was so great. And I've never had somebody, thank you. And I've never had somebody put that type of trust into me.
I am so happy. This is so, I'm just because I'm remembering our last conversation, and what Craig and I were saying about you, what we know about you, that you're a good leader, a great person to have on the team. I am so thrilled to hear that was recognized.
Thank you. I also got to hire a person, which I've never done before.
How did that
feel?
And
that was pretty cool. It felt like I could see why people abuse their power.
Oh, okay. Say
Like
more about
that.
that.
Yeah.
Because I hired one of my friends.
Yeah, right. Is
So, but it's
but
not because
do
he's.
you think that your friend is going to be good for the position?
I think he's more than qualified, and he's hungry to do what we're doing. So I think it's a good hire.
There you go. There you go.
A lot of times, what happens in the kitchen, especially with long-term staff, is that they lose motivation and they lose their passion and their desire, and they're just coming in for a job. That it could be okay sometimes, but those people start to cut corners, start to miss steps, and the overall quality starts going down.
Dude, I want to eat your fucking pizza
Yeah, I really want to eat your
so
pizza.
bad. So bad. I know I got
I would
Jamaican
love to make a pizza
beef
for you
patties
guys.
on the run. So like I can't wait for that to happen.
We
But
gotta
go
do
ahead.
a food episode sometime.
We're about to. I'm about to eat a Jamaican beef patty on stage despite Mimi Cherry. They're like, I can get. Do you not think, Mimi Cherry, that I can get a beef patty? I'm in Los Angeles.
Yo, shout out Mimi Cherry, man, the
Shout out
living
to Mimi Cherry.
legend.
Living legend. Yeah, she called earlier. I don't know if you heard pizza, but she called earlier and
No,
prompted
I
Craig
missed
to
it.
order. It prompted Craig to order some Jamaican beef patties to his house.
But all that said, I wish I were eating Mimi Cherry's pies, although that sounds suggestive. So let me just backtrack.
Yo,
Everybody that was
episode,
listening before
Everybody
knows
cool.
exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Do not blow that out of proportion. I'm talking about
Clip
the
it.
blueberry and the
And
peach
the peach
pies. Why does
pies.
that not
Oh,
taste any better? Why does that not sound any better?
They're okay, more specific. They're pea pies. How does that help?
They're-
That help?
yeah, mini pies. It makes it okay. You know
I'm
what,
not helping.
Mallory?
Sorry.
So this you're saying that this is so you're saying pizza.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm here.
What makes your special? What makes your pizza special? Like what is it? What is your pizza shop famous for?
I don't know if I should say the name or not, but we were famous for my chef won the James Beard Award, which is essentially like the Oscars for cooking, and he won it for pizza in 2004, and he's been the only chef to win that award for pizza.
Well, that's
And,
saying
you know, other
something.
people have.
That's a big deal.
Whoa!
Yeah, and he trusts me to translate. He trusts me now to translate to do what he used to do back in 94, 95, 2004, 2005. And he's also told me, he said,
I'm so happy that you
thank
explained that because okay, this puts a new light on on things, and it makes it even more exciting.
Yeah.
That is fucking awesome.
Big
dude.
things happening
Thank you
over
guys.
there, pizza.
Thank you guys.
Fuck yeah.
And can I tell you guys something else also? You guys are the first
please.
people that I'm telling this big update about. You guys are the first people I'm telling this big update about.
Okay.
So yeah, I was just too excited to share, and I had to share with the fam, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we're just extremely excited for you. I can't
Thrilled
wait
to be on the receiving end of this news.
I don't want to give it away too, but I know where you're at. How long of a drive is it to get to you for pizza? Would I drive?
I'm in Phoenix, so.
Okay, I know. Okay, so Phoenix. How far is Phoenix from Los Angeles?
Were we going on a road trip?
Can I just tell
Like
you that?
12?
We get international visitors daily that come to visit just for our restaurant.
Yo,
Of course, they do
Mallory.
I'm
other stuff
Mallory.
too.
international. I'm
Yo, Mallory. Mallory,
Yes.
should
Are we
we
going?
should we drive?
We should drive.
Should we drive to pizza?
Absolutely. Yeah. Duh. Yeah. Yeah.
I would welcome you guys
course.
with open arms.
Of course. 5.5 hours in my ear from
That is
producer Chris.
that.
That is a fucking easy drive.
Wait,
5.5
what did
hours?
he said 5.5 hours?
Is that what you said, producer Chris? That's what 5.5 hours.
Hey,
Yeah, that
hey,
cake. That
hey,
cake.
pizza.
Hey, pizza.
We're coming for some pizza. We are coming for
Mallory,
some
hit me
pizza.
up, dude. I'll give you the details.
Fuck yeah. No, I literally
We're
want
going
to
to
make
get
this
some
happen.
pizza.
We're gonna get
We
some
are
pizza.
going to
We're
get
gonna
some
get
pizza from you.
pizza. We are going to get some pizza from
That's
pizza.
amazing.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh,
Thank you,
Okay.
guys.
Anything else on your mind tonight, pizza?
oh, we're coming up to midnight again. So yeah, any last
Oh yeah,
thoughts?
yeah. No, I just want to shout out Chris, the producer, doing an amazing job.
Hey, man.
Producer
and
Chris.
just
Producer Chris, always.
and just to say that I love you guys, man. I've grown to love you guys, and it's been an awesome experience to be in the chat on Wednesdays and to be part of the community. It's great, and it's brought me a lot of stability, to be honest with you.
Ooh. Yeah, me too, man.
Kind of, in a way.
Me too.
And hopefully this show will lend some stability to some other people out there.
Keep building
you
the
know?
community.
Yeah. But I have felt the same,
Yeah.
these little communities. All right.
Thank you so much for
all right.
calling, Pizza, and congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you, Pizza.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And congratulations.
I'm
We love you
literally
very much.
smiling up. Thank you.
And legit,
Yeah,
we're coming to get some pizza. So can we reserve a table with you right now? Let's take a table reservation with pizza live
fuck
on air. Okay, all right, we've lost him.
I
Oh
think-
my god. Oh my god. And you know what?
What, Craig?
My Jamaican beef patties are here.
Well, it's great timing because it's
Great timing.
almost midnight.
Go
so
ahead,
I
Mallory.
think I will go ahead. Wow, time sure flies when you're having fun and thinking about pizza. I'm hungry. Hey, producer Chris. Could we throw to the midnight graphics now? If you're there. If you're not there, I can just keep looking at the screen and talking while Craig gets his beef patties.
The caller is on the phone. Hello? Hi.
Okay, producer Chris, are we ready to go to the midnight graphics now? Okay. I tried to throw a bit earlier, but it's live TV, baby. Okay, let's go to our second midnight. Or
Westinghouse, the complete refrigerator. Compare.
Why won't you let me play this game? When you start acting nice, maybe we'll let you play with us. Nobody likes a clown. Who's a clown? You are. I'm not. I'm not. Have you seen yourself in the mirror lately? No. And I don't have to. I know what I look like. I thought I saw a clown. Well, it looks like it can't be. Me? A clown?
That's right.
Who's that?
It's you.
What do you mean it's me?
I am you, and you are me.
Have I always looked like this?
Only when you're not nice to others and do bad things.
Do I have to go around for the rest of my life looking like this?
No, unless you want to.
Honest, I really don't.
Then think how you were.
How do I do that?
By trying not to hurt, cheat, or lie anymore.
I never did anything bad. Honest.
Look at yourself real close.
Thief! Thief! Thief!
Honest, I didn't mean to steal. I don't want to go to jail. I'll never do it again.
Had a bad dream?
Huh? No, I was just thinking about what you said.
Well?
I swear I'll never hurt, cheat, or lie in my life again.
Good. Now close your eyes and think about acting good to others.
Okay.
Now open your eyes.
Wow, that's better. How long does it last?
Only as long as you're honest to yourself and others.
It's a lot better than being a clown.
True, but if you ever start doing bad things again, you will look like you did before.
Thanks. I'll remember. Really. Well, so long.
Good luck, and remember, if you get that old feeling again, look yourself in the mirror and ask why.
Sure will.
From Calgary to Carlsbad, Missoula to Mazatlan, it's midnight in the Mountain Time Zone.
Hey, Craig. Hey, Craig. Hey, Craig, we're back. We're back on air. We're back, buddy. We're back. We're back.
Wait,
It's live, it's live TV guy. Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh my God, looks so good.
What's up? What's up? Hey, dude, Jamaican beef patties are so good.
I want them so bad. Okay, well, Craig still has food in his mouth. Hey, everybody call now. 917-694-3755. Please. I really it's been the first episode was a whole vibe. The second episode was a different vibe. Tonight we're getting a little wacky. And you know what? I really need it. Really needed this wacky vibe. So please call, keep getting wacky, or we could get back to dead dad stuff too. Because that's just forever. Sorry.
No, honestly, it's like the fried plantains are it cuts the habanero that I think is in the sauce.
Okay. Can you say more about the food?
I mean, honestly,
Sounds amazing.
I'd like to just kind of run a video so I could eat some more Jamaican beef patties.
Ooh, what's that? What's a trend? Mukbang. It's a thing it's a thing on the internet, on like YouTube and TikTok, where it's just videos of people eating. It's videos of people eating, and people like to watch other people eat. So
Do you think that I could have a career in mukbang?
I think that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, I think you could. I was enjoying watching you. It was making me hungry.
So this is like some bread. Oh, and look at this.
Ting.
Ting.
This looks like an ad. It's beautiful.
Drink.
What is Ting? What does Ting taste like?
Ting is a grapefruit soda. It's delicious.
Grapefruit soda, did you say?
Grapefruit, which incidentally, for all of the fan mailers at home, you could send me grapefruits because I love grapefruits. They're my favorite fruit.
I didn't know that about you.
That's now you know something about
Now
me.
it's actually really important that I know your favorite fruit. Yeah.
My
Grapefruit,
favorite
eh?
fruit is grapefruit.
Mm.
My favorite candy is dark chocolate covered orange peels.
I've heard about these before.
That's what I do. I'm a bittersweet guy.
Okay.
You
You
know what I
are a
mean?
bittersweet guy. Yeah, that goes with your personality. You're a bittersweet guy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm at a bull in a china shop.
You're a
I'm a
waterman.
I'm a bittersweet symphony. Wait, is
Remember
that what we said?
what bitter
You know the
I
Verve
think
song?
you added the symphony to it, but it works. Remember that you're a waterman? Oh my gosh, everybody, I need to tell everybody a story of
Oh.
Craig discovering swimming.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna eat some plantains.
Okay. So at this last villa, the haunted villa, well, haunted by people, real people, there is the most beautiful pool. The last few places we've been at have had pools, but something about this one, uh, I mean, hit us all. It was just magic. It had this tree above it with purple flowers, and the leaves would fall into the water. It looked real magical. And so Craig's first time in this pool, he goes to the deep end. Sorry, this is real wild. He goes to the deep end and starts swimming, and it's as if he's never swam before. He was like, guys, guys, did you know that swimming is amazing? And just so all of you know, and people who know me, I'm a water baby. I swim all the time. Have been waking up and swimming in every pool that we've been in. So I certainly know how amazing swimming is. But it was like watching a newborn baby discover the best thing in the world for the first time. And I've never seen Craig so delighted before, except for right now. Actually, him eating right now is kind of giving the same energy as when he discovered how amazing swimming felt. You felt weightless. Your body felt good. Is it? Is that kind of how you're feeling right now?
I think I might be allergic to Jamaican beef patties.
Well, wait. Well, then stop eating. What's okay? What's happening?
One more bite. I'm
Well,
sweating. Alright.
I would like to advocate for you not having an allergic reaction live on air, please. If we could prevent that, that would be
No, I'm
great for me.
I'm just joshing. I'm good. I'm good. I'm right back on it.
Okay,
But I
I'm just
do
gonna keep thinking
recommend
of you.
calling us 917-694-3755. In the meantime, let me tell you my tunnel story.
Oh yeah.
So I was working, forgive me, I have beef patty in my mouth. I was working in a nightclub in New York City, and there was a woman. It was a pretty swanky nightclub, okay? And it had one entrance.
How swanky was it?
Pretty
Okay.
pretty swanky. And I say that because it wasn't easy to get into, like
Okay.
not you couldn't just get in there, and you had to be dressed appropriately. And they certainly wouldn't have let anybody in not dressed appropriately, and certainly that wasn't on the list or something, you know. So they find this woman in there without any shoes, and and they're trying to find her party, and I catch them downstairs, and they're like, "Greg, can you help us out? I don't got time to deal with this." And I was like, "Who are you?" And I look at her, and she's got eyes the size of like pupils the size of dinner plates. So I'm thinking, okay, but she's definitely on drugs or something. Um, let's go find your family so we can get you home, you know? And we're walking around. She's like, my jacket's, and oh yeah, by the way, it is a frigid winter day in Manhattan, and there's snow everywhere, and she's barefoot. And so we find a purse eventually that has her cell phone in it, and in her cell phone, we because she's not like out of her mind, so she's not willing to call anybody. But we find the last people that she called. Her entire because we can't find their party inside of there, you know, and that seemed obvious that they were somewhere inside. Her party was at a club a block away, and she said she never went outside. And she certainly
Whoa.
wouldn't have been let inside without. And they were like, "We're over here with her shoes and her jacket." And she said she got in through the bathroom. Mhm.
Through the bathroom. Okay.
Through the bathroom.
How?
The bathrooms are downstairs in a basement.
Okay.
Hmm. There's also a little closet in one of those stalls that they store like toilet paper and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like a little crawl space. And I went back there once with a flashlight and I didn't see an end, you know? And there were so that's an explanation.
So that's a tunnel. Sounds like a tunnel.
Wouldn't it be weird that there was just a tunnel inside of a very popular club in New York City that was linked to another popular club in New York
Sure.
City and nobody else knew about it?
That would be weird, but also unsurprised. Like, I could see that happening.
And then how did that woman find it?
How did she find it? Does she
Right?
just live in the tunnel, do you think? Go back and forth?
No. No, she was very nicely dressed. That's what I'm saying. Like this woman was out with her friends at a like nice nightclub and then somehow took a tunnel to get to
Huh.
our nightclub that was unknown to anybody else and showed up there without any shoes in her jacket. Anyway, you want to beat the door at any nightclub? Find a fucking
Just
tunnel.
take the fucking tunnel.
Take the tunnel, bro.
Take the tunnel. Yeah.
Well, here we are in our
Well,
last hour.
I'm glad
Right?
we got to that tunnel story. Oh, yeah. It's our last hour.
It's our last hour.
We had a second part of a video from last week that we really want to see the rest of.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So should
Yeah,
we
like
maybe
Alec, who we spoke about earlier, he's a very creative guy of it. Genius. I'll say it. I'll say
yeah,
it. He's a genius.
I'd co-sign that.
He's a genius. Alec says, I say, Alec, we've got this new show. You want to help out? Sure. No thing. Change your flight. Okay. Hey, Alec, you got any cool videos that nobody's seen that you'll let us have? I actually do. I've got a cool video that nobody else has seen, and I'd like you guys to play it. And then we played the first part last week, and well, Chris, go ahead and roll the video.
Driver? Are you okay, man? Oh, God. Oh, there's blood everywhere. There's blood everywhere. I got my dick off. But I got you, you pussy. It was worth it. I got you. You should see your face. Okay. You should see it. You were like this. You were like... I mean, it wasn't that bad. Hey, Trevor. Wake up, man. It's just a prank. Trevor. Oh. Oh, good God. It's good, huh? What do you think?
That was.
That was sick.
That's the kind of weird I'm into. I'm really curious to hear
You
what
know
our
what?
viewers
You know
and
what?
callers think
You
of
know what?
it.
Honestly, it wrapped up nicely.
I mean,
I remember.
I love the ending. Yeah.
I remember being on the ledge as we left it, and I was like, "What the hell, Alec?" But now, you know what? I get it.
Yeah. Oh,
I get it.
perfect.
I get it. I get it. It was a great. It
Yeah.
was. It was a really. It was a warm tale.
It was a warm tale.
Anyway, Why doesn't anybody call us?
Well,
917.
Well, you know, I'm about to
I'm sorry.
challenge somebody to call.
Okay.
There's some super
Challenge
chat. There's some super chats happening.
Oh.
So first of all, Pizza, thank you so much. Pizza says, we pay real monies over here.
Hell yeah,
WTF
Pizza.
is $1. And I think that Pizza is talking about somebody who has now sent us $2. Trying to make me say things. I don't like that, but I will, because okay, what it says is, well, their name. It's their name. They didn't even say anything, but it's their name that says, I just made you read a $1 super chat. Yes, you did. And I challenge you. I just made you read a $1 super chat. Chatter to fucking call in, buddy. How about that? And Pizza, thank you so much for the support.
I mean, I've always wanted to meet somebody named.
I just made you read a $1 super chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, like the people that do that and then pay $1. I mean, I guess I've spent. I honestly, I would say that I have spent my money worse in worse ways, but not by much. And that's saying something.
I mean, I guess I'll take the $2.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this person just said, oh, you're welcome. Yes, they love me for reading it. I'll take that. I'll take that, love. Fine. But I still challenge you to call.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I would really like to hear what they have to say.
Oh, Isa.
This is Isabella. And she's very sick. And she needs your prayers. So call.
Listen to her little
917.
snorts.
Call 917-694-3755. In the meantime, I think we have an educational video.
Ooh, I can't wait to get educated.
Mhm. Yeah. This is a video that I found, and I learned a lot. You know what, Chris? Let's share this with the rest of our viewing audience.
Go ahead and tell us who you are and something about your experiences here in the 30s.
Well, my name is Harry Hay, and in the early 30s, I was, among other things, an actor. And then the important thing in the 30s, the 20s, they were wide open. I understand they were wild in the 20s. In the 30s, they were still operating with the guardhouses at Presidio. And there was the Geary Street guardhouse, was very well known. And what was particularly interesting about the guardhouse was that you went to that particular guardhouse on the Presidio guardhouse on Geary, on Wednesday nights. Because on Wednesday nights, the guy who was in charge of the guardhouse was friendly. And so consequently, dates could be made by other people. He would he would have friends who would be in the regular army, who would be interested in being fiddled with, shall we say, or whatever, and so that they would be in and around the guardhouse that night, and you would make a date with various people, so that the guardhouse on Wednesday night was the particular place.
So the guardhouse is actually the gate, the door, the little house at the gate.
Right.
And so you just know to show up there at a certain time.
Yeah, and get friendly with him, and at about 9 o'clock, all of a sudden somebody would come in with a message, or to bring cigarettes, or coffee, or whatever, right. And then you would leave with him,
And did you go on to the Presidio to do these?
In the bushes, sweetie.
In the bushes.
They were in the bushes, and there's something else, you see, in talking about all of this, we have to recognize again, because this guy isn't queer, you see, dear. This is wonderful. So he's getting an earful of a bunch of stuff he doesn't need.
Very interesting, totally interesting.
But anyway, what I was going to say was, this is one of the reasons why in the 30s, and the particular 20s and 30s and 40s, our sexual practices are oral, not anal. Well, my point was one of the reasons people say, why? I said, well, you see, we didn't have briefs yet. we didn't have zippers yet. We didn't have form-fitting spandex, like briefs would do, where they would fit carefully. You had BVDs, and BVDs, if you were going to be anal, it meant you had a panel with 3 buttons, which you had to drop in the back. Well, if you have to do all that to have an anal relationship, you're going to have to drop your pants, then unbutton all of this, and all of a sudden here come the cops. How do you get it all back together again? Nothing flat, so that the cops are not going to catch you. The clothing didn't allow for this kind of relationship. It does allow for you to do a couple of buttons and do the buttons back up again, because your shirt tail isn't going to fall out. So consequently, you do what you need to do and get out of the bushes and light a cigarette and be nonchalantly walking down the path when the cop comes by. You know what I mean. And so consequently, it never occurred to any of us in that period to do anything other than an oral relationship, don't you see?
Is for everybody, not just for the few. Anyone can share VD with someone nice as you. VD is for everybody, darling, have no doubt that anyone can get VD. That's what it's all about.
If you're curious or confused, get information or a pamphlet at most pharmacies or a health clinic. If you need help, see a doctor.
Oh, wasn't that old man sweet? You know, like,
So sweet.
and it's things like that, like little stories like that end up in the trash heap. You know what I mean?
They're not here.
Because of the culture, and because, like, what old man was telling that story? You know what I mean? It kind of dies with the
Well, and
people that lived it,
and a lot of them died young too,
and a lot of them
weren't
died
didn't
young, too.
weren't allowed to stay alive.
And you're talking 1920s.
Yeah.
That is wild. Anyway,
Are we just gonna move swiftly past the the VDs for everybody?
oh yeah, that was weird. What were they advertising there?
Well, it seemed to me like they were attempting to educate people on venereal diseases in a lighthearted way, and in a way but it kind of sounded like they were like advertising them instead of like doing a public service announcement. It was like,
Yeah, I wish.
VD, get your VD. Everybody's got it.
Yeah, I wish I would have asked you earlier, because while it was playing, I actually ordered 12 different venereal diseases on Amazon.
Did you get some for me?
I got enough for everybody.
Great. Share them around.
Yep.
Oh boy. Call now.
Call now.
917-694-3755. Guys, I literally was crying, just bursting into tears all day, and this has really given me a lot of life. So please keep me giggling. Just keep me giggling, please. It would be really nice.
I'm gonna ask them about it. Look at that. Risky business? I think so.
There's so many different ways.
How come I got like Buscemi eyes? What the fuck? What the fuck? I got Buscemi eyes. Buscemi eyes. Oh, because I got that light in my eye.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
I just need everybody to know that I heard producer Chris laughing his ass off in my ear too for that. We have fun. We have fun.
We do have fun. So call in.
So call.
Or we can. Do we have other videos? Are we out of videos? Fine. Let's play the clown conclusion. Clown conclusion. Come on down to Three Sister Spider Solutions. Well, we'll get your spider situation sewn up swiftly. And that's a spider that's jumping out of my pocket. Roll that clip.
Monsters do have their place in the zoo, in your nightmares, in the deep, in your favorite horror movies. But not in your living room, on your TV. Don't let pay TV be the monster in your living room. Pay TV and cable TV companies are seeking the right to charge you for the very programs you now get free. If you want to stop pay TV and save free television, sign the petition in the lobby of this theater. Let your lawmakers know how you feel in the fight against pay TV and cable TV.
Throw it to me! Throw it to me! You tricked me! No, I didn't! You played dirty! I don't want to play with you anymore! See if I care!
Have fun?
Sure, always do.
Ever thought what you look like to others?
No, never thought of it. Hey, you're a talking mirror. Know any other tricks?
I'm not a trick mirror. What you see is what you are.
Well, I see a clown.
That's right. I can't change the way you act. Only you can do that.
You mean I'm a real clown?
No, a bad clown.
I am?
Sure. You've been a pest ever since you've been in school.
No, really?
Don't you want to change?
What for?
You mean you don't want to change to something other than a bad clown?
I'm not a bad clown.
George really wants to change, but doesn't know how. You know, some people see it, some people don't. Take Lori, for instance. Doesn't she look different? She's learning to listen and learn. The kids like her better. Wonder if it's gonna last. And Robbie, he's not sad anymore. See how proud he sits? And he's looking up for a change. Gosh, I hope he stays that way. And oh well, George, there's always one, isn't there? Some people never change. I don't know. Maybe they really want to, but they're sort of afraid to change. When is the last time you had a good look at yourself in the mirror?
Have a good look at yourself. Are you being a bad clown? Don't be a bad clown and call into the show, everybody. Those are so fucking weird. Those are, I don't like, what a strange way to teach kids to not be shitty. Take a good look at yourself in the mirror, kids.
Yeah, you know, I remember. I think I can't remember whether or not in my school we saw videos like that, or if I remember my school years being that. You know what I mean? Like kids dressed
Ooh.
like that in my school year, or
Like a clown? Sorry.
that's funny.
I'm sorry.
Wouldn't that be funny? Yeah. Well, at Gashland School for Clowns, yeah, you know, it's pretty standard to see a clown face, boy or girl.
I'm sorry. Okay, so the kids looked like that? You think like dressed like that? Clown
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
attire aside? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They all look like that, and I don't. That's what I'm saying is that I don't know if the false memory is of the videos that I was shown in school, or if it was the lived experience at school.
Oh, that's an interesting thing
You
about
understand what I mean?
memory. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do absolutely, and I might add to all of your Degrassi watching to being an influence too, because those videos give
Oh yeah.
Degrassi a little bit too. So I feel like maybe the media you're watching might be influencing your memories a little bit.
Okay, and
You
then
think?
and on the note of Degrassi, let me make this clear. Is anybody else out there as big a fan as me about Degrassi Junior High? I doubt it.
That's a
But
great challenge.
yeah,
Yeah, if you think you're the biggest fan of Degrassi, call in and fight to the death with Craig.
come at me. Also, where I see this, people have been asking, Craig, I watched the show. Incredible. Incredible. Life changing. Apparently a little afraid to call in. That's all right. You can call in, beat them to the punch, 917-694-3755. But our number is going to be changing soon.
It
Our
is.
number is going to be changing soon. And I've been working out a little ditty. Okay? So I'd
Hooray.
like everybody, and you know what? Just leave some of what we need our listening audience to do, because we've seen, and we've heard from, but we want you to comment. We want you to interact with each other. We want you to talk about the things that we're talking about on here. Open up to each other. Get it
Mhm.
out there and get it going. And in the meantime, wait, what was I talking about?
Degrassi, and then the number and the new number and the little ditty that you came up with.
Thank you, Mallory. Of course I already knew
That's what
that. I
I'm
came
here.
up with a ditty for a phone number. And I'd like to present it here. Call 71234 5 on it. What do
I
you
love
think?
it.
What do you
I
think?
mean,
Let me give it to him again.
yeah.
Call 71234 5 on it. What do the viewers out
Ooh.
there?
Producer Chris with the
Yeah,
different
I
what?
know.
We're getting wacky over
I
here.
know. That was a good wipe cut, and I expect to see more of those, producer Chris. um, yeah. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm looking through the back of a Fiero.
Hey, Craig, can you sing it again? Sing it again. Do it one more time.
Well, for right now, I'd like you to call
Right.
917-694. Okay, now
That
forget it.
doesn't work.
Call 71234 5 on it. I threw some.
Ah, 5 on
Okay,
it
Chris.
live.
Okay, Chris. It was like you shot out of my mouth. It's like I shot out of your mouth.
Oh, this is so fun. Okay, but
Guys,
just a
will
reminder.
you let us off the hook here and call the number below?
No,
917-694-3755.
Producer Chris is having fun.
Or yeah, Chris, just keep on wiping. Let's see how far we can go with this.
Oh, I really need all this giggling and laughing. Oh, guys, this is so nice. Okay, but seriously, call 917. Ooh. Call 917-694-3755. Craig, I really do think you killed it on our number, and I can't wait till we roll that out.
Yeah, I believe that we have Snicky making an animation for us. Isn't that cool?
Hey,
Isn't that
Sticky,
cool?
wanna get high?
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. If you guys aren't gonna call, I'm just gonna get high and have my own fun.
I mean, I think we've just been having our own fun over here for a while.
No, this is what I've been doing for like 30 years. Everybody else is lame, and I just go in a corner and smoke weed with my sunglasses. We're not monetized anyways. Who am I talking to? I'm God. God up above. Go ahead.
Okay. I was probably making ooh. Oh, this is fun. Oh, we could have some fun with this.
See, this is how we. Oh, oh.
Oh
All right,
boy,
we've
guys,
really
my
gone
dad
off the rails.
died last week. This is all that I.
Oh
Oh, this is
man.
giving me life. This
You
is
know
giving me
what?
life.
You know what? I'm
Yeah.
back to the beef patty.
You're such a vibe right now.
Thank you.
It's really ridiculous. Oh gosh. Okay, all this laughing is making me have to pee. I have to pee a lot. Do we have, or did we run out of videos? Okay, I could use a little break unless you just want to show Craig and his good vibe right now.
No, you don't want to show me right now.
Okay. So while I go on a little pee break, hopefully somebody calls last minute challenge. Make me cry in the last 15 minutes, okay? Okay, producer Chris, roll it.
The sandwich is practically an American institution. It is a basic essential for lunch boxes, parties, and picnics. As far as these boys are concerned, well, hamburgers and hot dogs are their idea of a really good meal. But there are sandwiches and sandwiches. When Sally Gasco and her mother bring guests home for a late snack after a movie, they have something special in the way of a sandwich in mind. Sally calls it tuna rarebit. Let's watch how she makes it. This is a sandwich for forks, an open-face creation, in other words, with a cheese, milk, and tuna fish mixture on top. The basis will be rye bread, Mother's idea. She found that the spicy caraway flavor made a good contrast to the bland fish and cheese. So the edges won't harden and curl when toasted, and so they'll be easier to eat later. She cuts them lightly with a knife. Sally puts a cube, about a square inch, of butter into the top of a double boiler. A little butter finds its way into a great many dishes in this kitchen, not only for flavor, but as a blending agent. Part of the trick to entertaining unexpected guests is keeping on hand certain generally useful foods. One of these is cheese of an easy melting type, which Sally is going to use as a base for the rarebit. To speed the melting, she cuts this into slices in the milk and butter mixture, while Mother butters the bread. The simmer flame keeps the water boiling gently while the cheese is melting, so that Sally can go on to other tasks. She adds the canned chunk-style tuna fish, and notice that she uses a wooden spoon to avoid discoloration of the mixture. Although the tuna rarebit is fairly substantial food in itself, it is a good idea to add something for variation in color and texture. Mother is making a salad dish: celery, radishes, olives, and pickles. Sally adds potato chips to the menu. They used to be exclusively picnic fare, but they've joined the host of useful accessory foods which make entertaining so much easier and more fun for teenagers. The bread was toasted quickly in the broiler, and the rarebit is nearly ready to serve. Let's see, what will be the beverage? Mother thinks she'll give the guests a choice of Coke or milk. When you can offer guests a choice easily, it's a gracious gesture. Now it's time to serve. 2 slices of toast are neatly arranged on each plate, and the filling, or perhaps we should say covering, goes on top. Sally knows you should serve cream dishes with extra caution. An effect of carelessness here is no asset. Mother is a great believer in the aesthetic value of parsley, and of course it's good to eat, too. Now a touch of Tabasco for color and a taste surprise, and there's tuna rarebit a la Sally Gasco. As we said, there are sandwiches and sandwiches. A wise young homemaker using good techniques and equipment and a little imagination can turn a sandwich into festive fare.
I do love me a good sandwich. But you know what I like more? Pizza. So Pizza gave a super chat that says, "Show feet, Craig."
You know what, Pizza? I would, but I'm not giving it away that easy.
Ooh.
Okay? I need you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it.
Oh, not that easy. Not that easy. Okay, well, I think we have a caller. Should we go to the caller?
Yes.
Hey, caller.
Hey, caller.
Just doing full arches over here. Hey, how you doing? I was hearing that somebody was pretending they want to cry. I don't know if that's true or not. I want to hear more about your dad and what you're feeling.
Oh, of course he
Like real
called
shit.
it that. Oh, of course. You know
Took
what?
you a while.
Let's
If
go.
I'm out of line,
Let's
tell
go.
me. But I was hearing somebody's ready for a good night cry.
Well, I didn't say I was ready for it. I just said I was crying all day. But
I
yeah, wait,
take
no,
it
I did
sound like
challenge
they
somebody
were
to make me
begging
cry.
for it.
You did
I totally
absolutely.
forgot.
Yep,
I did. I
yep.
did.
You
I
have
totally
You
forgot.
have summoned the beast.
I did. Okay, Keith, let's do it.
Okay, how you feeling? Your dad was bad to you, but he's dead. That's good and that's bad. What's new?
Well, you know,
Why'd you
it's the
cry
first
today?
time it's weird. I wasn't even thinking about him. I woke up in tears and it was the wildest experience. Like it felt like I had like a lifetime of like deeply held feelings and
Cut to a
emotions
close up, Chris.
that I didn't know
Just
were
joking.
there, that were just like being purged. It was really I was just like
Yeah.
in bed watching TV, watching random shit, trying to like actively not think of him, and I just like couldn't stop sobbing. Um and actually it's weird because when I do think about him, it's like it stops. I don't know how bodies work, man, but mine has, I think, been holding a lot of feelings and emotions and pain around
Are you
him that
shitting
make
weird? Like
am I
it's
shitting weird?
you know you weren't shy that it's like it's sexual, it's beyond, it's fucking mean. Are you shitting weird? Are you holding down food?
Um, actually, I mean, thank you for asking. Um, I think because I am doing a pretty good job at just like letting myself feel the feelings that come up, my stomach's been pretty okay. I've been actually sleeping better than I ever have my whole life,
Okay.
which is saying a lot. I mean, I think that's indicative of the literal safety that I feel that he's not alive anymore. So that's certainly something. And I've been in therapy for a long time and I know that the best way for me to get through it is to just like let myself feel. But I thought I had experienced the full range of experiences already, but apparently not. Well, it makes sense because my dad's never died before, so that's a new experience.
Right. So what's new? Like what happened that's new?
Um Well, I opened myself up to talking. I saw FaceTime with my mom for the first time since he died yesterday. So I think that impacted my feelings today. Um,
How do you
I
feel about
learned
that? Do you feel like you're doing it fake or is it good?
no, I'm not. I really thought about it, and she's somebody that I can kind of uniquely have the complexity of my feelings within my family, because she also lived with him and has complicated feelings about him too. So it was
Sure.
good. I couldn't talk to her for very long. But it was really nice to see her face.
Okay.
I learned that they're doing a celebration of life in fall, which I will not be attending. Well, that's how I feel right
What's
now.
that
But
mean? That
I'm not
sounds like witch shit. What's that mean?
It's like I feel like it's this thing that people are doing it, which I think is good instead of like forcing a funeral like within the first couple weeks, which is like
Oh, I
no
see.
one wants to do that. It's I think I have a couple friends, yeah, who have families who sort of plan like a celebration of life, which is essentially like the funeral. It's just like branded differently. Um
Okay.
and it's often like months after, which I think that's a thing that really makes a lot of sense. Like
Yes.
why force anything immediately after the person has died?
Yeah,
Like
I've
no
missed
one no one
I
needs that.
I've missed so
Sure.
many funerals because of things like that. Because it's just like, what am I gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna change my plans in a week. Can't do that and fly, across the country.
Yeah, and I know my mom is like bogged down in like logistics and paperwork and writing obituaries and stuff, and
Jesus,
like she would be the one who would have to plan a funeral on top of that. Like it's
that's
it's
crazy.
it's yeah, so I think that's a good thing. But yeah, so that's the newest so far. Um
You weren't shy about, like, I think you just said this, but you weren't shy about, like, it's hard to sleep. And you're sleeping better? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I that literally the day that he died, I had like the best sleep of my life, and I've the past it's been like a week and a half now sleeping better than I ever have in my life. And I know that
Fuck
everybody's
yeah.
like, "Oh
All
yeah,
right.
I'm an insomniac too. I sleep poorly," but
Whatever. It's
I'd
you.
never
Whatever.
felt safe sleeping.
Yeah.
And I
Will you
felt
take
a
a
new level of
Unisom? Will
safety.
you take a Unisom now for fun?
A what?
A sleeping pill for fun. Will you
Oh,
take it?
absolutely. No.
Not
That's
yet.
a
We're not there yet.
slow your roll, kid. Slow your roll.
All right.
Um,
All right.
I just started feeling okay sleeping. Let's like not
Sure.
throw
Asking.
triggering
Just
things into
asking.
the mix. Let's
It's
not
out
throw
there.
sleeping pills into the
That's
mix.
how I party. All right, good. Well, it's fun to hear, for real. And I was just trying to
I
make you cry. And God bless you.
I
Well,
appreciate you calling in, especially like given you're a friend and you know the details. It's hard for me to sort of just like talk unprompted sometimes. So I appreciate you
Sure.
calling in with like specific questions. Because yeah, I am wading in the water of figuring out how to have this stuff out loud and trying to go a bit slowly. And this call helped. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah,
of
it's always
course.
nice to hear
Also,
your voice,
seriously,
Keith.
do people lie? Sorry, Craig, 1 second. Do people lie
Go
that
ahead.
they can swim and they can't really swim as good as they act? Like, tell them I'm working.
Keith,
All right,
Honestly,
whatever.
I
I
Let's
swam
saw
so
off the
Craig
good.
boat.
swim. I
Why does
really
I
nobody
saw it.
swam
jump off the
so
boat?
good.
Why does
I
nobody
was
And
like,
jump off
wait.
the
Craig, you
boat
saw me
to
swim.
find
I'm a
the
good
thing
swimmer
that fell
too.
off the
you're a
fucking
very good
boat?
swimmer.
If something
No,
fell
no,
off a boat, why don't they jump off the fucking boat and save it? If I could swim, I'd be swimming next to a fucking boat constantly. I don't know if people can swim.
but you can't swim as
You
fast as
can't,
a
but
boat.
I don't see
uh,
anybody swimming better than me.
what?
Anytime I date somebody, and this didn't happen with Liz yet. It's going to be a test. But I swim next to somebody. I swim as much as they do. I can't swim. I wonder how many people can really fucking
Wait,
swim.
what?
Okay, I
What are
saw
you
Craig
saying?
swim.
What are you saying?
I,
This
I,
is
I,
so
I bet I can swim
controversial.
better than
You're
Craig.
saying
I
this
can't
is your
swim,
claim.
and I bet
This
I
is
can
your
swim
claim
better
is
than
that you
Craig.
can't swim, yet you
Yes,
swim as well as
but I can
anybody that
swim.
you've ever
Sure.
seen.
No, I said I'm Michael Phelps. All right, please.
Well,
Come on. What are you doing? Craig, why do you got to ruin every beautiful call? We're sitting there crying for a second. Now you're acting like I'm the greatest swimmer that ever lived. Mallory, thank you for your
oh
time.
boy. Thank you for
You guys
your
have a
time
great
too.
show, and I love you very much. All right, peace and love, peace
Love
and
you
love.
too.
Love you
Thank you so
too,
much, Keith.
Keith. Thank you.
Thank you
I
more.
know that we had
Thank
a
you more.
caller that hung up.
It was
Caller,
me.
clear. We're clearing the line. Caller, call
It's
back.
almost
We'd love to hear from you. No,
well.
That's Papa Keith. We love Papa Keith, Papa Don't Keith, and
This swimming thing is
it's
I
ridiculous.
I saw you swim. You saw me. I know I'm a good swimmer.
You're
I'm
a
not.
good swimmer.
My sister's a better swimmer, and I've seen her swim, and she was a lifeguard.
I'm a waterman.
You got to be. You're a waterman. You're a waterman.
I'm a waterman. Call
Um,
now. We had a caller on the line, and sorry, I'm in like a lean right now. It looks like because I've
it's
eaten
fine.
a lot of beef patties from Jamaica, like
It's
like
fine.
like 3, which is a lot of beef patty.
Oh, pizza gave us more with the super chat, and it says,
read
"We
it off.
love you, Mallory." Thank you. That's
I love Mallory
nice.
too. Mallory,
I do too.
good job. Good job.
Thanks, Craig. We're almost at our last midnight.
Oh no, is the show over?
I don't know. Can we do some more fun swipes and shit, Chris?
Is
No,
there a
I'm just kidding.
call on the? Oh,
There,
there we
there,
go.
there,
There
there.
we go. But
Um,
honestly, it is all for nothing. You know, this is a growing show, and you're watching us grow right before your eyes.
yeah,
And I don't take it
yeah.
personally. But next week we'll have a fantastic show lined up for you. In
With a
fact,
new number,
yeah,
hopefully.
and Parliament Funkadelic will be there live. Seriously, George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic will be performing live.
Do you want to sing us out before we go to our final graphics?
Call 71234 5ONIT.
On it.
On it.
5 on it live.
It's been a really great show.
Yeah, thanks for all the laughs.
Oh yeah,
Oh, we
let's
have a
take a
call.
call. Let's take a call real quick. You know what? Fuck it. Let's take it live.
Let's fucking take it. Hello?
New phone. Who?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh my god. What's up? Okay, I have to leave this bar to talk to you. Hold on. Sorry, I'm
Somebody
leaving
has
the
to
bar.
leave a bar. I love it already.
Okay. Okay, so my name is Monica.
Hello,
Oh
Monica.
my
And
god. Is this Monica? One of my
it's
oldest
totally Monica.
friends in the entire world?
Yes. And I haven't been listening at all, so I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Do you want to fill me in, or
Oh,
should we
well,
just talk about something
thanks.
new? I just saw a moment.
Friends like
and
these,
earlier I was
right?
talking about. Earlier I was talking to Dirk, and we were both planning on calling in, and then, so I did, but I wasn't paying attention.
I'm delighted,
So,
Monica.
but
I am
I do
delighted.
really like
what's
that.
on your mind tonight, Monica?
I mean, I'm in Westport.
Where's
I don't have a
Westport?
lot on my mind right now, but I can talk about it. I can talk about something. I kind of feel trapped right now. I'm gonna keep walking. So I kind of grasp that you talk about death every once in a while, and maybe ghosts, and
Yeah,
I
there's
feel
been
like
lots of
that's a
death
good realm.
talk. My
That's a
dad
good realm
just
for me.
died.
I love talk death to me. So do you know what a death cafe is? We can talk about death. Do you want to talk about death?
Let's talk about death.
Okay. You're both familiar with the death cafe?
No.
No, yes, no, or yes.
No.
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 Okay, death cafes are kind of a national thing, but it's just this little thing where I first found out about it at a library, and you go and you hang out with just random characters that want to talk about death, and it's not like a mourning group, but you go and maybe it helps you because to do paperwork for end of life, or it just opens space for discussion and brings awareness and the ability to talk about death in a place that we just don't welcome it.
I love
And they're called death
that.
cafes. Yeah, and I didn't learn about it until recently, but there's one at the public library and they hold it once a month, and they don't do a very good job. Because I was like, so do you guys have a book list? And like, well, it's not a book club. I'm like, yeah, but it's a fucking library. So like, why wouldn't you have a book list that like kind of
Right.
dictates or like, you know, helps you facilitate a group about death, right?
Monica, you're so
Because
funny.
there's a lot of really good books. I'm like 9 books into like things about near death experiences, being able to access communication. You know, like I want to know what you've read, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm gonna start my own fucking death club because
Fuck
the library
yeah.
sucks. And yeah, and it's just gonna be about making space so you can, you know, talk death to me. Because we just need to be talking about it more, right?
I totally agree, and this could not be a better like final call of the night, Monica. It's so nice to meet you. You have no idea like how timely your call is and this topic is. And can I be a part of your death club, please?
Yes, I just wish everybody was part of it. And there are,
Right.
you know, they do happen all over the country. And I think that if you just Google Death Cafe, because it's
I'm
generally what
going
they're
to.
called, you can find one. And my first one, it's probably a dozen people. There was obviously one girl that just talked way too much about her cat. There was one woman that was helping someone live out their end of life wishes that needed just like
Wow.
kind of support. There were people from the community that just show up. There was one guy that like had already seen the movie at the library and just wanted to go to a different group and came to our group. You know, like just very random. There's this little teenager that just shows up all the time and she just doesn't participate and just sketches because she feels like it's a safe place. You know, it's very random group of people in that environment, and I probably always, but just being able to bring awareness is what we need to be doing. So
You're so
we're not
awesome,
all
Monica. Can
struck
we
by
can we
it, you
can
know,
we
like
can we get you for a like a death club check-in? Because I would love to hear what you're going about, and how did you find these groups? Like
well,
what brought you in, what made you desire the service of a book of a death club?
well, that just becomes me, Craig. You kind of know that, but um, I
Yo.
have lost most of
Yo,
my family. You know, like
it's
I
kind
lost
of the
most of my
truth.
family. I lost a lot of people very young, and so it's taken me a lot of years to process that. It's taken me well, it's given me a lot of knowledge where other people are at loss, and I know in my own experience that I am a very hard-headed woman. I'm a very strong woman, and emotions don't come easy to me. And I closed the door on that shit kind of hard. And in doing so, I think I made a lot of blockades that are it's very hard to go backwards. And I shut the door on a lot of things that I didn't need to shut the door on because I wasn't ready for it. And I think that if we open the space to communicate about it and we help each other prepare for it, even if you are very young like I was, you maybe you're not in fear of those intense emotions, and you can lean into it, or you can look for the signs, because I do think that you can communicate with people when they leave. I do think that it is a peaceful departure. I think that it is a magical experience to leave the human body, and I don't think that we just disappear. And there is an opportunity there that if you're a fucking dumbass hard bitch like I am, that you walk away from. And I don't want other people to walk away from that when you can be more vulnerable and accept it. But you can only do that with education, with the ability to talk about it, with the ability to like create space. It's all about creating space, right? With everything in life.
Hell yeah.
You have to breathe. You have to
Hell
create
yeah.
space for all the things, and that's just something we don't create space for. It's scary. We all take a different approach to dealing with it. But really, if you can lean into it, if you can open yourself to it, there is a lot there that you can access. And going backwards is hard. And I don't want everybody to have to go backwards because it's a lot more work.
Hey, Monica, are you in a
You know?
dance club right now?
I'm in fucking Westford, Craig. Like, you know, like I had to like walk away and like I don't even know. I can't even escape the
No,
town.
this is
beautiful.
yeah, and it's totally apropos because
Yeah.
this is how Monica
I was
rolls.
bored, obviously.
Yeah. Monica can wax philosophical like this as soon as she steps off the dance floor. And sometimes
love
on
Yeah.
sometimes on the dance floor. Um, Monica, you're
Yeah,
a real
I
gem.
have the
Yeah, thank you
propensity
so
to
much
be
for
really deep or
calling.
very shallow.
I'm sorry.
I said I can be very deep or very shallow, you know.
Very true.
Love
Can
that.
I tell you how I know Monica before we leave her?
Yes, please.
So Monica's and Monica, you correct me if I'm wrong. Monica's one of my oldest friends. We hung out a lot in middle school and elementary school. Elementary school too?
Middle school.
Middle school.
Yeah.
You know. And we were in a witch coven together with some other girls, and often well, there was one time, you know, all of the girls' parents would let me stay over at their houses because they just assumed I was gay. And to be honest with you, all of these girls, they treated me like I was gay, up to and including, I
Yeah.
can remember very vividly. There we go. um, uh,
I still
we
to
were
this
watching.
day cannot imagine Craig having sex with anybody. It's fine. I try sometimes, but I
Monica, I'm so glad you called in.
So I can remember one time we were watching The Omen down in somebody's basement, and they were like, "All right, Craig, we're gonna teach you how to tickle backs," you know, like,
It's
and
a skill.
and they got in a row, you
Yeah.
know, with their
Yeah.
shirts, but I couldn't see anything, and of course I'm on the back without my shirt off, and I don't get any tickles.
You're the
And
last
and
one in the
yeah,
train.
in the train,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Dude, slower, you mule," you know, and then
Yeah, you
like
gotta learn how to tickle.
less fingertip, you know,
I was
more like
probably in the front of the
just the
train.
tips, Craig. Huh?
I was probably in the front.
That's the best position. You don't gotta do any tickling.
So, you know, it's the people that you
Wow.
know that form you, and
That is
Monica
a
is
beautiful
definitely a
story.
formidable human being in my life. And Monica, you're a dear person. Thank you for calling in. Wait, what time are we at right now?
We're overtime, but that
Oh,
was
we're
a
over.
beautiful last
Overtime.
overtime call. Thank you
Yeah, that was an
for
Okay,
overtime
calling,
call.
well,
Monica.
I love
And
you
I'm
guys so much, and I'm glad I got to call in.
I'm
call
really
in
glad.
again, please,
Yeah,
sometime.
please call in again.
I will.
All right,
I will.
so
Keep it with you.
let's roll that midnight graphic, Chris, because
Wow, that was
it just looked
delightful.
so good. Yeah, what a just at a fucking
That was a
club. I
nice
know it. I know it. She's
Are you
at a
taking
club.
my picture right now?
She literally has a bar. she has a drink waiting for her less than 25 feet away.
Yeah. Okay. I had to take a moment. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Okay, Chris, producer Chris, I think we're finally ready for I mean it's past midnight now, but it's
I'd still like to see the graphic.
midnight, baby.
From Vancouver to Vallejo, Salem to San Diego, it's midnight in the Pacific time zone. Thank you for joining tonight's broadcast as we followed midnight across America.
Oh, thanks everybody for calling, for showing up, for making me laugh my ass off. It was really, really wonderful.
That was a great show. You know, all in all, it's a great show, and I appreciate our listening audience, our calling in. I know my eyes are Steve Buscemi right now because I got the bright light. Um, but I had a great time, Monica, and all of the rest of the callers. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for the submissions. Thank you for the videos that you're throwing our way. Send us an email at 5onitlive at gmail.com. Next week, we'll be back at the same time, 9 o'clock Eastern, and we'll be going till, or I'm sorry, midnight Eastern. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Midnight Eastern, and we'll be there on a new number, 712-345 on it. Keep that in your head. 712-345 on it. 712-345 on it. 712-345 on it. Yeah, that's the song. That's the number. Give us a call next week. Line up your calls. We'll be back with you. And producer Chris, Mallory Jane.
Craig Klein. Love you.
Love you too.
Roll those credits.
Thank you.